I need to get a.
All right, so I'm curious to know if I'm visible here or if it's just my chest.
Now I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can, yes.
Oh, okay.
Am I visible or is it just my chest?
I can see your chest and your beard and the painting.
I'll try this.
Let's see where.
How's that?
Tony Rommel. Okay, Tony's coming in.
Excellent. Do you need anything? Here's your acrylic. Here's your references over there. Please take your time.
Oh, this is Sandy, and it doesn't say that.
Just for the black. And take your time with the black. Do a really tight combination. That will allow you to agree with the color.
So, Sandy, you should take off your camera, eh?
Yep.
Okay.
Where am I going? There we go.
Okay, and I'm going to hide.
And because there's 3 of us, oh no, because yeah, I guess because there's going to be 4, we can't just spotlight one of them. I was just thinking about spotlighting, but that is not relevant. Sorry.
Okay, Tony's in. Okay, Tony and Guy.
Tony, you here?
How you doing, man? I'm right here.
Great, glad you could join us tonight. This is awesome. You want to know something? As of today, the mail has still not delivered my copy of the magazine. So I'm super psyched to see it, but I am sorry to say I have not yet. So,
But hey, fellas, it is 9:02, and I believe we are alive.
okay, well, great. Good evening,
Time like the
everyone.
present.
Yes, good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us here. Tonight, we've got Mr. Tony Rommel of Tattoo Society magazine joining us.
Oh, yeah.
And hey, Tony. And, you know, I just wanted to say that, you know, I've been in this game 32 years now and have seen a lot of tattoo publications. And, you know, Tony's magazine, and many people already know this, has always been top of the line. The quality of the work, the print job, the overall presentation, the artists that he features, which is never because of politics, but always because of the quality and the vision, innovation behind the work. It's always been a really standout magazine, and that's, of course, one of the reasons why it's surviving in this world where most of the tattoo magazines have kind of faded away. But yeah, I think that publications like Tattoo Society have really helped to continue to improve the standards of the tattoo industry, which is why we continue to be successful as an art form. So thank you, Tony, for your years in Tattoo Society. I'm really excited about my my new article, which I haven't seen yet because of our slow mail, but Tony has made me Artist of the Year. Thank you, Tony. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your current issue and about the article?
It's beautiful, man. I took my time to do it, you know, because I really wanted to do it perfect, and of course, put you in it. It's once a year that I do, you know, of course, well, the tattoo of the year, and I have been getting so many emails about people asking me, how do you get to be tattoo of the year? Well, it's not simple, but it is in a way. It's just that take a look at the people that I have been interviewing during my 15 years. But tattoo of the year, it's a little bit higher, and like, well, if you don't know who's Guy Aitchison, get the fuck out of get out of this business.
Well,
But
who
no,
have been some of the other artists? I'm just curious that you featured.
I have, of course, Mr. Bob Terrell. Last year, it was Boris from Hungary. And of course, Robert Hernandez. Now, if you see these names, it's not only the names, but what they've done. And what got me this year is that regardless of all this thing happening and the virus and people going crazy, you somehow, at least to me, you got with the virtual tattoo gathering, that shows a lot, and it helped a lot of people to get it together, and I'm there, and I was like, like going crazy. I don't know what to do, and then you came up with this, and I have been in it, looking at it and waiting for it, and getting into it, and I think that's big. That's my opinion. I think that's something big in this freaking year. This year is like really one of the words for not only the tattoo, industry, but to so many people. And that tattoo gathering, it's enough for me to say, wow, there is no other person than you. Plus, of course, you're a living legend, and that's all I can say. If you don't understand why, there you go. And same goes to Bob Terrell, Robert Hernandez, and Boris, and so forth. But this year is you, and it just gets me that you haven't get the magazine, but it's so beautiful, man. I really enjoy doing it, and wanted to ask you so many things, like the pictures that you submitted. Like, I don't know if you could say this one, but this one, is that like maybe the
Oh yes.
is that like I wanted to ask you about this experience, like.
Okay, well, you're talking about when I had my hand tattooed by Carrie Barba?
Yeah, because you don't see, like, you don't have a lot of tattoos, and you look so young. When I met you, Guy, you did not have the long hair. It was like late.
It's been back and forth, depending on the season. But yeah, okay. So I was a whippersnapper. Yeah, I was 20 or 21 in that picture, and so that would have been 1989 at the Arlington, Texas National Tattoo Convention. And this was my first convention. And I was fortunate to be going with my boss, Bob Oslin, who actually knew some of the people there. He wasn't just this city tattoo guy, but he had traveled and gotten his back piece done by Don Ed Hardy, and met some of these people, and was able to make the introduction. And so even though I was, literally the only punk rock person at this entire event, right? That was the kid with the funny boots. Can you imagine that? A tattoo convention with one punk rock person. That was 1989. But I found these people were willing to give me the time of day. I showed Jack Rudy my set of Flash, which parts of it were blatantly ripped off from Jack Rudy. and I told him, hey man, I'm sure you can see your influence in this. And he just laughed. But he was willing to give me the time of day. All these folks were really welcoming, and of course, as in that photo, I had my hand tattooed by Carrie Barba, and she was great. And although she was fairly quiet, allowed me to really watch. And I picked her brain a little bit. I was too shy to do it very much. Fortunately, I got to pick her brain. Fortunately, I did get to pick her brain later on. Now, hang on, my daughter is trying to paint here, and it looks great. What is the issue? Hey, you're painting. It's opaque. Paint is opaque. All that stuff can easily be covered later on. That's actually a really nice foundation. What I would say is block in this black area here and the black areas, fill in the eye and stuff like that. Nothing's ruined. You're actually doing great. So just to divert for a second here, I've invited our viewers to set up and paint with us tonight. I don't know if you're planning on painting tonight, Tony.
Yeah.
But,
Ready.
okay. Awesome. And people can get started anytime they want. There's not really a starting gun on that one. Kaya is painting a hawk tonight, and she's already rolling along. You want to dab the extra off of here. And I'm going to paint some kind of a luminous spiral thing. But the idea was just to work small, and any subject, anything that that you find interesting or fun. But anyway, yeah, we were talking about Carrie Barber. I did get to pick her brain later on in an interview at one of the VTGs. I got to ask her all those questions I was too shy to ask in 1989. But it was a heck of an experience. And
so you didn't go there to tattoo. You went to learn more than.
Correct. I was definitely not ready to sit in a booth at a convention at that point. I mean, I was barely out of my apprentice phase. I just wanted to show Kaya's hawk at this stage here. Yeah, really coming along. This is awesome. Yeah, it was, I also got tattooed by Greg Culls. He and I swapped work, which that was also a real confidence booster. And he ended up doing, let's see, this funky, I don't know, it probably looks like a grave block from there. I mean, both of these pieces are, 31 years old. You get a good photo of them to appreciate. And the one that carried him, tattoo everything else. Gosh, I was hooked after that. I was not ready to work in a booth. I was definitely not ready for prime time, so to speak. But I did bring my equipment along. I did get to trade tattoos with this guy, Greg Culls, whose work I'd seen before. And I was really psyched to be able to do that. And most importantly, I got to interact with the community and realize that I could be part of this. I was welcome. The only thing that was required for membership, so to speak, was to just be sincerely in and to care about it and to not be an a-hole.
Wow, the old times, man. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, of course, a lot has changed since then, but yeah, that first experience was it was something else.
Yeah, man. There was a lot of questions that I wanted to ask and couldn't, because otherwise the whole magazine would have been nothing but Guy Aitchison. But one of them is like, when did you think this was gonna happen? Like you were gonna get to where you are now when you first started? Let's say, and at that convention when you saw by them like already big names. Did you ever think that you will get to where you are now?
There's no telling with anything, right? I mean, the industry was just developing. There wasn't necessarily a point to aim for that already existed, It was more of a thing of, okay, it seems that tattooing is becoming a lot more awesome right now. And I'm psyched to be able to be a part of it. And I'm going to try to be as central of a part of it as my fates let me. And that's going to mean working really hard. And it's going to mean getting out there as much as possible and collaborating with other artists. The extra payoff on there. Collecting from as many people as I could. I think that's important too, is to not be, at that point, a lot of the stuff I had done back then has been lasered off and covered and that sort of thing. And I have no regrets because the experiences were so important. And a lot of this stuff was very experimental. The first biomech being done and that sort of thing, way back when, was extremely tentative. Nobody really had figured these things out yet.
Right.
So, yeah, it was very hard to predict what place there would be for a tattoo artist in the future, and say, okay, I want to be there. And, I felt like like there definitely was going to be a place for, you know, I wanted to be involved in education early on. And maybe it's just because I'm a know-it-all and I just want people to listen to me and acknowledge that I know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? As long as they don't figure out that I'm actually a big phony, it's all good. But you know, that was a compulsion from very early on, which is silly because I didn't even know what I was doing yet, right? And beyond that, I don't know. I mean, I just, you know, for such a long time, I was just living in the moment because tattooing was just evolving so fast and so many exciting things were happening with it. Yeah, I don't even know if I was thinking ahead that much. You know, I was just trying to be on top. The one thing that I would think ahead sometimes, and I had a few moments like this here and there, where I'd finish a piece and be perfectly happy with it. Right, I've done the very best I could do at that moment, and I see them off, and you know, back then I didn't have photos I could look at instantly. You know. But I'd be able to see in my mind's eye, you know, what if you had handled it this way with, like, you know, this more realistic shading that you can imagine, but you've never done before, right? Just I'd get this vision of it and be like, oh, interesting. And, you know, I kind of pushed myself away from a more cartoonish look that way. More recently, I've been working really hard at isolating my blacks in a very particular way, which I think is really helped my work a lot. So there's been these moments where I've definitely had a clearer vision of how I wanted to improve my work. And that's usually a thing that takes a couple, 3 years to make those kinds of changes, you know? And that's something I've done a few times. And I know that's probably not the answer you were looking for, you know, but as an artist, that's the most important part of it. You know, the rest of it is all hung on whether or not I do that part of it right.
No, it is, and it's actually helping me with other questions. Like for an example, like before getting into the tattoo world, you had an art background, or?
Yeah. Okay. So you got one of the album cover paintings. Were you able to include that in the article?
Yeah.
Okay. So I did a bunch of those, about 40 of those. And yeah, that was my art background. It was very much a, you know, kind of learn on the go experience where I had clients with specific requests, the way a tattoo artist might, right? And it was up to me to try to come up with something that they'd look at and say, yeah, man, that's awesome. Or they might have a few changes and I'd make those changes. Yeah, every now and then I'd have to redo things. A few paintings I had to start all over again from scratch, and you know, which is discouraging at first, but inevitably I do something a lot better for the second one. In fact, one of the best ones I ever did was because of a reject. I had a couple that were destroyed in the mail, and I had to do a second time because of that, and that's also very discouraging, especially when you're getting paid $250 a pop. But again, I just took the opportunity to do a better job of it the second time. So yeah, that was my art background before tattooing, and I was so fascinated by tattooing that I had my airbrush set up with a foot switch to turn it on and off, because it actually helped to prevent the airbrush from developing too much water vapor, because it wasn't running constantly. But yeah, I picked up the foot switch after going and getting tattooed and seeing that they had one of those. As soon as I got tattooed the first time when I was 16, I was super hooked. I mean, I had no doubt that I wanted to learn to tattoo. And before that, I had no doubt that I wanted to illustrate albums and sci-fi books.
And right away, you wanted to get into...
I put it in the water bowl.
I'm sorry?
And by the way, you wanted to get into the biomechanical stuff? Because I have this one. Like, this is probably the oldest one. I don't know if we could see this one. I believe that's like, yeah, it's like the early
1989.
Yeah, and so I think that's the oldest one. So did you do any other, you know, type of tattoos? Did you want to get into bio right away?
I definitely wanted to get into bio. No, as far as like specializing in it or anything like that. I mean, back then there were very few artists that really specialize. You know, I mean, you might specialize in black and gray, but you do anything in black and gray, right? And there were a few people that were starting, and like Jack Rudy was doing portraits, but you didn't have like realism specialists like you have now, right? I mean, he was the closest thing that we had to a realism specialist. And so, yeah, you needed to be versatile and be able to do every kind of tattoo. And I went along with that, you know, and to the best of my abilities, try to you know, be the jack of all trades tattoo guy. But, you know, fortunately for the art form, you know, things grew enough that people can start to say, oh yeah, I'm going to specialize in this particular style. And they can do that one style extremely well rather than doing every style pretty well, you know, which I think is definitely a step in the right direction. Although it's also led to, you know, tattooers who have a prima donna complex and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's worth it.
Yeah. Guy, you still cared or, I don't know, worry about getting awards or recognitions? It's always,
you know what? No. This article, I mean, I'm really stoked to do it. I'm stoked because it's you that offered me this. If it had been anybody else, I'd been like, I stopped having clients enter contests and conventions a long time ago, just because I think in general, the judges are always trying to, and I think this is a good thing, you know, they're trying to spread it out a little bit, make sure that new artists get recognized and that kind of thing. And having been a judge, I know that's you know, an important part of what makes the conventions work. You know, I mean, there's a cycle, you know, and so we don't need old guys like me going in and, you know, constantly trying to clean up on the awards and so or, you know, trying and failing and feeling weird about it, you know. But I do definitely feel compelled to you know, create work and post it that looks great, that people are impressed by, that gets the big reaction. You know, I won't lie, you know, I want that reaction. I want that validation, you know, as an artist, there's a part of me that needs that, right? And that's about as much as I need in terms of awards or recognition. You know, I mean, if I'm awarded 6,000 likes, I feel like I must have done something right. And as an artist, I want to make sure that I'm doing something right, or I'm not going to be able to keep putting food on my table, right? So, yeah. I think that one of the things that's happened in all these years, and many older tattooers feel this way, is no matter what kind of stardom or illusion of stardom you might have had earlier on, just life in the world in general, and being in this industry and seeing the rise of all these great people, it's humbling. It's humbling, and in a healthy way. Although, you know, I could see how some people might not take it that way. And you have to have a sort of a humble attitude about these new people coming in, especially when you look at it and you're like, that person genuinely can draw better than I can, you know. And of course, it's a different style from what I do, but I could never do that, you know, and I'm in awe of it. And rather than feel threatened by it or bothered by the fact that they exist, I'm excited by the fact that they exist. And, you know, having been an educator through all these years, maybe they learned from somebody who learned something from me, you know. Maybe I had a little something to do with that. And that being the case, I certainly shouldn't be feeling threatened by it, you know.
Yeah. You know, Guy, I don't know if you remember, like, like when you introduced the magazine, it's really like I don't know. I don't know what other magazine is still around. Um, but it's really hard work, and also I just love what I'm doing. But it's been more than 15, almost 16 years. I don't know. Do you remember what you told me when I first started? I remember I contacted you because I wanted a picture of you for my first uh, cover that I put at all the artists, like the Warrior movies.
Yeah, yeah.
You remember you told me, hey Tony, if you're gonna start this magazine, um, don't get a partner, do it on your own. And that shit it's been in my head, and you know what? And I use it to people also. Whoever wants to start a business, I always say that to them. But um, why did you tell me that?
Because you had a really clear vision, and I just I thought that I'd seen all these other publications that I thought that vision got diluted, and by being the
Yes, that fuck shit up,
yeah, but being Solo Man 5000 or whatever, you've really kept with that vision, the look of the magazine, the look of the work in it, the quality of the work in it. There's not this, you probably could get like more advertisers if you did more issues and, all this other crap, right? But, you maintain a standard, and the vision for the magazine itself, the way that it looks, is your vision, the kind of quality of art. And I don't know. I mean, I don't recall saying that to you, but that's probably why I would have said it.
Yeah, that's like, well, it's been 15 years.
Yeah.
But I took it, and here I am. I'm by myself.
Well, and it's not always an easy journey, right? But I mean, that's how, I mean, some things you have to have people that you work with, right? You have to have partners and investors and things like that. Certain things, though, and maybe the other thing is the fact that Michelle and I have published a number of books and things, and it's always been just us, and because of that, it's been an undiluted vision, for better or for worse. I mean, we don't make the most popular or successful books necessarily, but they definitely look great, and they live up to the vision that we have of what we want them to look like, and the kind of art that we want to feature in it. And so that's also where that might have come from.
Right. Yeah, I got the latest ones. I call them the heavy ones.
Yeah.
Like,
kind of wants to show off her hot.
All right.
Look at this thing.
Oh, wow, that was quick.
Really, right?
Oh.
Yeah. She's
Like,
okay.
Yeah, watch the Canadians too.
Okay. All right. Done for the night.
I don't know.
Well, that was fantastic. Good job. Wow. Right?
Oh man. Wow.
All right. Where were we?
I just started. Guy, wow. I mean, with the magazine, it's been 15 years, but I've been in the business for more than that, because I don't know if you remember me working for KCX,
Oh yeah.
that's like maybe, I don't know, I would say like maybe 20 years in the business.
That might have been part of why when I said avoid partners, you would easily agree to that idea. I was like, yeah.
And one thing that I don't get is like nowadays, even though some of the new artists, they're freaking amazing and all, but at what point of time you think it's a good time to teach, to have a group of people that you could teach them, I go to conventions and there's so many seminars of people that they only have maybe 1 or 2 years in the business. Do you think that's right, or when did
God,
you with that?
yeah, I mean, okay, at what point was I ready? I mean, I definitely have changed what I do as I watch my work age, absolutely. And there are things that I used to try to handle other ways that, in some ways, I don't want to say I've taken a more traditional approach, but I've looked for ways to give things foundational support that I didn't think were so important when I was earlier in my career, right? I figured let's just throw all this to the four winds and just try everything. And it looked great, right? So seeing how the stuff ages and making adjustments, I'm doing it differently now, right? But I was teaching seminars back then. So does that mean I wasn't ready? Does that mean people learned bad information from me? Probably not. Is it better information that I have for them now? Sure, absolutely. So yeah, these young artists who've got just a couple of years under their belt and are doing work that looks great in the fresh photos, that are teaching seminars. Is that wrong? You know, again, it depends on what people are learning from them, if it's good information or not, and that's probably different from one person to the next. You know, the thing that happens is the people that promote these conventions, they want to have seminars, and so they see who the artists are who are coming, and they ask them, hey, you want to do a seminar? You know, the ones that have got the big followings, and that's good business, and it actually is a good way to get people started, you know, on that road. I think teaching has been one of the best learning experiences I could have ever possibly had. There's nothing like standing in front of a room with 60 people and realizing that you don't know what you're talking about. And then having to look them in the eye and say, you know what, on that last one, maybe let's think twice about what I just said. In fact, let's examine that. And, you know, and doing that as a group. So teaching has been a great experience for me. But I think partly because, you know, you gotta not be afraid to admit when you don't know something. Because for starters, that makes you more credible. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because let's be honest, nobody really knows everything. Even the very best have got places where they can improve. And so as an educator, to go into it with this attitude of, you know, let's all examine this as a class. You know, of course, you got to have some solid things that you can share, you know, nuggets that are usable right away. Things people can take home to the studio and make a better tattoo because of it. So yeah, these young educators that you're talking about, are they giving people that? I'm not sure. The first time I ever did a seminar was because I was invited to by Dennis Dwyer. He and J.D. Crow used to do the tattoo tour conventions, which were the top of the line convention for a few years there. And Kai, please don't do that. You've been great so far. Let's not. And so I said yes, of course, I'd love to. And then I went home and I thought about it. I said, oh gosh, I'm going to ask people to pay me to listen to me talk. And that made me uncomfortable. It actually did. And I ended up feeling like I couldn't do it without giving them something that they could take home with them beyond just the memory of my words. And I ended up doing this little booklet. It was like 12 pages, black and white, and 5 pages color copies, you know, that I hand assembled, and you know, I knew ahead of time how many I needed, and that was, you know, I couldn't take any extra people at all because that was all I had. And that ended up being my first book. And a few of those are still floating around in my very first cover-up booklet. Yeah, I've always really felt like I had to give people something very concrete for their educational dollar. And to the point where I, almost overextend myself. But as a result, I've made these books,
Yeah, I want to see something
which have
awesome.
been good things.
Look at the mealworm thing. See all the beetles?
Yes, mealworms do become beetles eventually. I don't know if he's going to want to eat those, though.
Yes, I don't want to eat beetles.
No, bearded dragons want burn the worms, but not the
Dad,
beetles.
can you show the beetle?
No, you don't need to show the beetle. Nobody. It's going to look like a raisin on the camera. Okay, where were we? The getting started doing the seminars was because of an invitation. That's probably how it is for a lot of people. But one of the things that we're starting to do now, because I think people should get a chance to try their hand at teaching, and when they're ready is when they feel ready. I think honestly, only a couple years in is probably not ready. You know what I mean? 7, 8 years, you start to really see how your stuff is healing and coming back after a few years. 10 years, your vision is starting to really clarify. But who am I to say? I was teaching, after I don't know, 5 years, something like that. What we're starting to do now with Reinventing the Tattoo is these real easy 1-hour kind of workshops every Monday night. And we're going to be doing a lot more of those kinds of things where we'll be inviting other artists to lead them. And the nice thing about that is they are as easy of a project for the teacher as you possibly could come up with. There's no preparation. You're not having to come up with a bunch of slides. The idea is to have some kind of a drawing, or it could be a painting if you want, that you're going to do, and people are going to follow along and do their version of it. And there's going to be something about it that you're focusing on. Like recently we did the alternation of dark and light, basically, in the last drawing exercise we did. So anybody who wanted to try their hand at teaching a seminar could have one of these super easy experiences of having 15 or 20 people who are just following along with them as they do this thing, just kind of explain what they're doing. Often it'll be while I'm talking to them, just conversationally and keeping it rolling.
Hey, Guy, it seems like we've got a surprise visitor.
Oh yeah,
Right.
Hey, Guy.
who we got here? I'm sorry, I'm not able to see my screen. Oh, is this hey Bob, what's going on, man?
Oh,
Welcome. Glad you could
Hey,
make it.
brother.
what's up, Bob?
Yeah,
We're
hey,
we're
Tony,
talking
what's
about
up,
the
bro?
art.
Man, painting over here. Talk to this guy.
Cheers.
Cheers. Yeah, we were just talking about the magazine article, and you might remember that Tony had you write me a couple of questions, which I thought was cool.
Yeah,
couple-
man.
How you
I
been?
figured I'd keep it black and gray because it's, the only thing I know. So I'd ask you about black and gray, but I love your black and gray, bro. It's a bummer you don't get to do more.
Yeah, it is and it isn't, because I love doing color, but I love doing black and gray too, and every now and then I'll say, hey, somebody hit me up for black and gray, and then I'll get to do a couple of them. So now that we're on the air, hey, somebody hit me up for black and gray. A sleeve will cost about 60-70% what it would in color. So
Right on, man.
but yeah, it's all the things that I do with my whole language, my visual language translates great to black and gray, and I think people like the color because they've seen me do a lot of color, and maybe they just think that's all that I want to do.
Yeah.
Color gives you more variables to play with, but black and gray simplifies what you're, the whole, even the experience of looking at tattoos on people. It kind of just makes it more, I don't want to say more readable, because you can make a very readable color tattoo, but it's more fundamental in a way. You know, it's really the silhouette of the tattoo is the tattoo. You don't have as much to decode.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bob, thanks for that. Those are really good questions, bro. And I gotta thank you, man. You know.
Oh yeah, bro. Of course.
Hell yeah! I feel like I'm always bugging you.
Thanks for including me in it.
Hell yeah, man.
I appreciate it, man. I'm here with Kyle. Here with Kyle from Wizards World in Pennsylvania.
Nice.
Hi there.
But we're in Detroit, Rock City.
Right
I've
on.
been tattooing him a couple days. So cheers. So you guys are painting on paper. I'm painting on the skin tonight. So
Nice. What are you working on?
Let's see it.
it's an angel, based off like an angel statue. I don't know if you,
Oh shit!
I don't know if you can see it.
Yep, I can see it pretty well. Nice.
Wow.
Yeah. One of the things I love
Long way to go.
about your work,
You know,
is
my
it's
tattoos
just
take 2
smooth.
days, right? So,
Yeah,
this is the second day. So we'll finish somewhere around 5 in the morning. I'm hoping.
Damn.
Could be later.
nice.
Or
Yeah,
earlier.
that's how you roll, right?
But,
Yeah. I start to turn into a pumpkin at 3 anymore, but you know, that's because I have to wake up at dad hours.
Yeah, for sure, man. So I've been sleeping until like noon or 1, you know, depending what time I go to bed. I try to get like 6 hours sleep, but got up at 1 today.
Yeah, that's you're verging on Jack Rudy kind of hours. I don't. He claims that he's kind of chilled out in that department a little bit, but I remember he used to have this bumper sticker on his kit that said "Day Sleeper."
Yep, I remember that.
Yeah, I got a comment from the chat. Oh, sorry. Just real quick, Bob. I was going to say we got a comment from the chat room here. Chris Hall says, "My back, black and gray."
Oh, to me?
Well,
I don't know
hitting me up for that, you know, since I was saying, hey, anybody want black and gray?
Oh,
yeah.
a back piece.
Well, that would
There you
make sense, yes. So Chris Hall, Bob, I don't know if you've ever seen his work before. He's a friend of mine that I've done a bunch of collaboration with. And I've done just a little bit of work on him. But yeah, Chris, if that's what you're talking about, you know I'm down. And so Bob, see an example.
There you go. Yeah, that's what's up. I like
Hell
to.
yeah.
So
Man, I've been talking to Guy about getting a tattoo for, 19 years or something, and I never fucking did it. So not much room left.
Right?
I got my left butt cheek. No, I'm sorry, my right butt cheek open. And I got a chunk of space on the upper left thigh. Anyway,
so you're pretty full. You've been a very serious collector through all these years too.
Yeah. Would you do just a little souvenir collector piece?
Yeah, of course. I mean, on you, absolutely. I would do a finger tattoo if you asked me for it.
Okay, I'll save you at least a decent, just a little souvenir, man. I mean, at least palm size or full hand size.
Big enough that I can do some nice black and gray rendering. Yeah, I'm all about it.
Cool.
But yeah, you got most of that's Paul, right? But you got stuff from Robert. Who else?
Paul.
There's honestly about 40 artists or more when I counted one time, but that's including all those little souvenir stuff. But Paul did my entire upper body except for my right sleeve. Mario Barth did that. And then, so my whole body is really Paul Booth and Mario Barth. My hands are, I got, different pieces. Big Gus, Gil Monty, my buddy Jake, Flox, Shane O'Neill, Joe Johns. And then my legs, I have like 6 pieces from Robert Hernandez. And I got a big, beautiful Vampirella from Cap Sumsky.
Oh, right. I know that piece. Yeah, that's one of his classics.
Yeah. And Kim Say did a killer. Kim Sai did a killer little gargoyle on my calf. Corey Miller did a cool skull on my calf. Shane O'Neill did a really cool skull on my calf. Craig Helmich.
Horace.
Back of my thighs, Ralph Nonweiler did a cool, badass Keith Richards. Carlos
Oh,
Torres
I've seen that. That's on you. Right.
Yep. Carlos Torres did the whole back of my other thigh. It's a skull with a Gibson headstock and kind of fused with it. Boog did the word crowbar on my left butt cheek. That was a drunken night after I was hanging out with my friends Crowbar in Toronto, and they played that night. And Boog was in town for the convention, and we did that at like 4 a.m. in Stu's tattoo shop right downtown Toronto. And that's a whole story. But so there's a lot more artists on my legs. That's my collection.
Yeah, I mean, I've kind of done the same thing. You know, I've probably got a similar number of people on me, and in fact, I just kind of did a count the other day, and it was in the upper 30s, and you know, including those silly collector pieces.
Yep, that's awesome, man. I love those. You know, some of those little stupid. I'm talking about late night, Sunday night after a convention at 4 a.m. in someone's hotel room tattoos. You know.
Yeah.
And you were there the one year. Were you there, Guy, when we did those? Or was it just your sister? We did. It was at Music, maybe the first one.
That was not me. I didn't make it to either.
That was Hannah.
Yeah.
That was Hannah. I thought both of you might have been there. I forgot, but they're all a blur, you know.
Yeah, I know. Hundreds and hundreds of shows. It's crazy to try to pick apart the memories of all of them. You know. I mean, it's definitely gonna. Now it's going to be the shows before masks and after masks, right? Our memories are going to be firmly divided. Oh yeah, remember when we used to like all crowd together for a selfie?
Exactly. I mean, who knows how many years this is going to be? We'll have to wear masks. You know, it's going to be at least 5 years, I'm guessing. You know.
Yeah, you know what may end up happening is might end up settling into a predictable season, but every year, you know, not just for a limited time. And so like February, March, April, people in service industries end up masking up. The rest of the year, it'd be like flu season, you know what I mean? Except it's 10 times worse.
Yep. And, you know, I mean, until they get a vaccine, which is, you know, I don't know.
I don't know if they're going to. It's like the common cold, you know. It evolves so quickly, and yeah, I don't know. There's people that are already recatching it who've had it already. It's like, oh well, if that happens, how is there any hope of a real vaccine?
Yeah. I don't even want to talk about it. It's fucking scary. It's been bumming me out, man. You know, it just sucks. We got to. It's the new world we live in. We got to adapt.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, is it's been such a bummer, but there is one thing that I do want to point out to everyone in our industry is we've done pretty well through this, like in terms of survival as an industry, right? And just as we did in 2008 with the financial crash, and this time we were like, no, this is different. People are really not going to want to spend their money. And lo and behold, people still want to spend their money. They still want their tattoos. In some ways, they seem like they want them even more. So at least there's that.
Yeah.
Like the supply companies, you know, they can't keep enough gloves or anything, you know, it's just flying off the shelves. So
yeah, once they, once the lockdown ended in middle of June 15th, I think. With most shops in the States, well, some opened earlier than that, like in Ohio and stuff. But I know, and all my friends in Detroit here, when it opened June 15th, they were slammed.
Yeah.
And some guys who never got booked super far ahead, they're booked for like months now.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, everyone's, and people have money and they're not going out to bars and concerts and stuff like that. So everyone's got extra money who is working.
Right, that's true. I mean, it's kind of like their entertainment dollar, that they can't go to live events the same way that they used to. They're spending it on ink. That makes sense.
That's a
Yeah.
good, yeah, that's really, I didn't think about that. Well,
Hey guys, I can't see you. All I see is myself in two screens.
Try swiping over.
Oh, hey, there we go. Thank you.
Find it yet? Excellent.
Thanks, guy.
It took me a while to figure it out too. It's all new tech.
The guy's talking and I'm listening to looking at myself.
That's all right, Bobby. Beautiful, man.
Oh, thanks, Tony. You like old bald guys with Santa Claus beards and tattoos and Alice Cooper shirts? I love you too, Tony. You look extremely sexy tonight yourself.
Oh, man. Yeah, well. Getting fat over here, man. I need to.
All the girls and a lot of the dudes love you, man.
Hey, man. Gotta do what I gotta do.
Hey, you guys all know Damien passed away. I know Tony, you knew Damien. Gabe knew Damien. And Guy, did you know Damien at all? Damien McGrath?
I never really got to know him. He's the guy that had tattoos.com. Was he that danger?
Yeah, rest in peace. We're beaming out on tattoos.com right now.
Okay.
Remember,
Bob?
Do a cheers to him.
Cheers, absolutely. I'm going to put my drink.
See you, brother,
Here's one for Damien, man.
Cheers.
man. The last
Cheers,
time,
Damien.
Bob, you and him was in Mexico, remember?
Yeah, Guadalajara.
Yeah, man.
Dude, that was so much fun.
He's a funny fucker, man.
Man.
Yeah.
I mean, I did Damien's Toronto convention 19 years in a row without missing one. It was my first year of doing conventions in 2001. But it's just, we have so many memories, and that's one of my favorite shows, always has been. I love Damien, man. He was a character, man. He was awesome. He was just funny as fuck, and he did a lot for the tattoo industry in Canada, and that was one of the best conventions really anywhere,
Well, and plus anybody that can keep
he helped out
going for that many years, that's a huge achievement.
And he got tattoos.com.
But even the best shows, I mean, most of them don't last that long, right? I mean, Tattoo Tour, that went on for like 7 or 8 years.
And that was one of the best fucking conventions back then. And it would be now if it was still going, but.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. How long has the Calgary show been going on?
Oh, God, and I did the very first one, and I did it every year for, I don't know, 7 or 8 years or something. And I started, I was just traveling all over the place at some point. I missed a couple of Calgarys, and I'm supposed to go back a couple years ago, and a friend of mine passed away. I had to cancel that. And so it's been about, I'll say 4 years since I've done that one. But fuck, how long has that been going? I remember Steve Peace asked me, we were in Dallas for one of Tramp and Brian's Texas Tattoo Roundup show. And Steve told me he was putting on his first convention and invited me to come. And so that must have been 2005 or 6. You know what? I actually have no idea. It was somewhere around that time. It's such a blur, and time goes by so quick. It's just.
Yeah, you know what? We were talking with Litos.
Yeah.
And he's got this idea to kind of create a tattoo timeline, almost like a wiki history that we could, people could add their own memories in of, conventions and, when certain innovations happen, when certain artists entered the scene, that kind of thing. You know, it sure would be nice to have something like that, an actual timeline that you could scroll through and it's like, oh, this documentary was released that year, and oh yeah, so and so got hired at Brian Everett's shop that year, and you know, became, you know, amazing and well known, and that kind of thing. Because, you know, if we all kind of like pooled our aging memories, we could still put it together. You know what I mean?
Right.
And what's happening is that stuff's going to all get lost. And right now, you know, I'm sure there's a lot of younger artists who might have a hard time understanding why they should know who these different old timers are or whatever. And our job isn't to convince them either, but to instead make a really easily accessible pool of history where the deeper you dive, the more you find. And it would be real easy to get hooked on reading up on this stuff.
Oh, hell yeah, man. I love hearing stories from everybody, you know, from Lyle back in the day, and, you know, I don't know if you guys know Dot Dog. He's got the best stories.
Oh, yeah.
He's of course. Crusty. You know, and everybody, you know, Philadelphia Eddie. And they have stories for days, you know. Lyle, he's amazing because he has the best memory of anybody I know.
Yeah.
So, like,
yeah, I mean, to the very end, he could share those stories like nobody's business. He was like an encyclopedia. Going out for dinner and a drink with that guy was, I mean, such a privilege, you know. He just went on and on about San Francisco history, but it was so entertaining and fascinating because, of course, he's going to tell you all the kind of dark and seedy side of it as well as you know, it's not the tourist history.
Yeah. Hell yeah. I mean, Jack Rudy too, you know. Yeah. Like I can sit all, you know, for 6 hours and not say a word and just let Jack talk and tell stories and talk about whatever, you know. He's just a very entertaining fucking dude. Yeah. I fucking love him to death.
Absolutely. Yeah, I actually learned to not go by his booth at conventions because you get him talking and then he would stop tattooing, right? And you'd have the client is just sitting there like, yeah, as he's like, yeah, and you can tell he's having the time of his life. He doesn't care if he's tattooing or just talking. He sees at a convention, he's in his element, he's having the time of his life, you know. Yeah, Jack.
That's, you know, but for the client, you know, I would think that most of them would probably be, you know, pretty cool with it and fucking love hearing whatever he's talking about with someone like you walking by. You know what I mean? They're like, whoa, wow, this is great, you know. So they don't care how long it takes, as long as it gets done that day or night or early the next.
I'm sure you've heard all those stories of, yeah, I had an airplane to catch, but then, yeah.
Oh, I love Jack. I love how he rolls, man. He's my hero.
Did he ever talk about his UFO experience?
What's that?
Oh, I don't think I heard it personally from Jack, but I've heard of several people told me about hearing that story from Jack.
Oh my!
It's real. It's like real, you know. It's not like
I couldn't go to sleep that night. That it was in London when he told me, and I'm like, what the fuck? It's really bad.
Huh. So Jack had a UFO experience.
But yeah, all you gotta do is ask him about it. It'll probably be a 2-hour story, you know.
And I believe it, man.
Oh yeah, he's not a bullshitter.
I love UFO stories.
Yeah.
I believe in UFO. I mean, how can you not believe in UFOs, you know?
Well, yeah, I mean, especially we have the Pentagon admitting there's UFOs, right? Yeah, it's at this point it would be sort of silly to say you don't believe in them. But
yeah,
I never had an experience. I mean, I've seen ghosts, but I don't know. So, but coming from Jack, I'm like, what the fuck? Then I guess it's real shit. And then he,
yeah, not like he was.
The way he explained it, the way he explained that shit to you is better than going to a movie, man.
Well, no, yeah, I definitely am intrigued.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to ask him about it.
Yeah.
I don't think I would have done what he did because he was chasing it. Fuck that.
You know, that's a
I'd be
tough
pretty
one right
curious.
there, right?
Yeah,
No,
I'd follow it possibly.
see, no, I don't
Was he
think.
driving?
Yeah, I wouldn't chase shit, man.
I would follow that fucker, man. I'd be fucking like intrigued.
You know,
Then
that's
what?
easy to say.
In a room with shit up your ass, and nah, man, I don't want to chase nobody.
I wouldn't want to get abducted.
That's what I'm.
Right. They might be like, "Oh, you're interested, eh? Okay, well, let's show you around."
Nah, man, I'd rather be on Earth.
I mean,
Yeah,
I would
you know
not
what?
be abducted if they didn't stick shit up my butt, you know. And if they brought me back.
Before I was a dad, I would have been like, "Yeah, take me to whatever planet," you know. But at this point, I feel like I need to stick around.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't disappear on your daughter and
No.
your face and stuff. And but wouldn't that be a fun trip though?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, would I want to be offered the chance of a lifetime? Gosh, come see Zeta 2 Hercule, and you know, we'll have you back in about, well, after time dilation, it'll be 20,000 years here, but it only feel like 5 for you. Yeah.
I would rather like they take me back, you know, like maybe to see a Led Zeppelin concert, you know.
I saw Led Zeppelin in 1977.
Yeah. Oh shit! Wow, bro, that's
You know what? Just today, my client and he was saying, "Man, if I had a time machine, that's what I would do. I would go watch Led Zeppelin play live."
I go back to Jimi Hendrix because I missed him by about 7 years.
That would be me, man. Oh yeah.
Wouldn't that be amazing to time travel? Fuck, you know.
That's way too far from that.
So many concerts, bro. That's what I do. People would like ask me, if you could time travel, where would you go? You know, and it'd always be a concert, you know, because I base my life around concerts. So.
Yeah, I saw this great cartoon though. This scientist is holding a pistol. He steps out of the time machine and says, "I just went back and killed Hitler." And the other scientist is like, "Who?"
Oh shit!
The dinosaur days could be fun.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
but also
could be kind of dodgy too. But yeah, that would be hard to say no to, right?
Could be dangerous, yeah. But I mean, well, I've loved dinosaurs my whole life, so it'd be pretty wild.
Let's just say you had like an armored pod that, you know, you could more or less be sure that you'd survive any you know, T-Rex bite.
Then you, for sure, yeah, without a doubt, we'd go.
But if you're talking about being dropped there in your jeans and T-shirt, I'm not sure. That'd be a great idea.
My Led Zeppelin T-shirt.
Yeah, also times, Bob, that I, you know, that I spent that and with other artists and tattoo conventions, like, I would love to go back to Australia. Remember when we went to that club and we were all like, you know, like dancing
Gold
to
Coast
music and.
Should we tell the story? Do we have time?
Is it an appropriate story to hear for a 9-year-old?
No, it's not bad at all.
Okay,
I'll try to make it real short.
Yeah,
So anyway, we were
That's what I'm saying. If there was such a thing as a time traveling, I would go back to that time. I think
that was a crazy weekend, especially for you and, you know, some of our friends and stuff. But anyway, it was in Gold Coast, Australia, and it's like a tourist town, you know. And it was the cool thing was it's in the middle of January, and that's their July for us, you know. So it's right in the middle of summer, and weather was gorgeous. But the town was a tourist town, and like the bars, you know, there wasn't, I mean, no dive bars, Not a single like rock and roll bar or anything. It was all fucking techno bars, and that was it. Period.
Oh.
So everyone
Not even
else,
sports bars.
I was the only one of the entire convention that had a problem with it. Everyone else is fucking. Yeah, come on, man. I'm like, oh fuck, man. Can we find a bar with no fucking crazy loud techno, where maybe we could talk to each other and have a drink? Because it's so loud you can't even talk to anybody. And so we went to this one bar, and there's a dress code, and I had jeans. Oh no, I had shorts. I had these big baggy camo shorts on, and a tank top, and they didn't allow shorts in this bar. You couldn't be wearing shorts. So we went out, and this gal who was there with us had these jeans on. Girls could wear shorts, by the way. So any kind of shorts, and just guys had to wear fucking long pants. Girls could wear anything, So, so me and this gal, she had these super tight stretch jeans on that were sliced up girl style.
I see where this is going.
All the way down, yeah. And so it's like, hey, let's go fucking exchange pants, So we went around the corner. She put on my baggy camo shorts, and I put jeans, and like straight leg, like tight to the ankle, And I forget what kind of shoes I was wearing, probably a pair of Vans or something. But anyway, we did that, we came back, and they let us in, So I'm in there with these fucking girl jeans on, and she's got my fucking camo shorts, and we both look fucking retarded. And so we were in there, we got a drink, we're hanging out, everyone's hanging out.
But you're following the rules.
So we're like, or I think I was like, hey, let's slip into the bathroom and change back now. We're inside, And so I brought her, we went back, I took her into the guys' john, and we went in a stall, and we were exchanging. I think we actually got back into our own clothes, and a security guy's knocking on the fucking stall door, and we got tossed out, which I'm not bummed about at all, because that bar fucking sucked. I hate those kind of bars with a passion. And every convention we do around the world, especially when it's
always techno
out of the States, when it's in Europe and Mexico, or in Mexico, I've been to some cool bars, but just so many conventions when it's in another country or continent, we end up going to fucking techno bars. And when you do a convention and you've been working all day and you're tired as fuck and burned out from working at a convention, you want to go to a bar and talk with your friends and chill. Yep. And then you go to these bars and I can't hear shit because I'm fucking deaf, So it's like, I'm like, in my head, I'm like, man, don't even bother talking to me. I can't hear shit. And I'm miserable. And I'm the only one, it seems like, of the whole group who is fucking hating life, But
everyone's okay with it.
Well, but the last one, Bob, was I think it was Vegas, and you fell asleep. So I'm like, wow, what the fuck? Techno makes you go
to a bar?
We went to I don't know, man. I don't know those names. I don't know the name of but it was Vegas, the Mario Barth convention, and we went with Eddie. I don't even remember the other people.
This isn't the last one, is it? That Coalition for Tattoo Safety thing?
And then
the last one?
Yeah, I think
3 years or something.
And then you fall asleep.
Is that the night we saw Santana?
Wow, man. You got a better memory than me, man. I think I was fucked up. But I just...
To see Santana?
Yeah. We went
to tattoo of that or near one?
We went to Santana, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
I mean,
shit. Yeah, I forgot
Tony,
about...
Was it the great, the biggest tattoo show on earth, or was it the last one, which was the Coalition for Tattoo Safety? It lasted like 5 or 6 days.
We played. We jammed on that.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, with
the last one. Yeah.
What was the name? The Rats? Something.
The Sin City Rats.
Yeah, I got the shirt. That's a cool shirt, man.
Yeah, the shirts are cool. See. There's another convention that, you know, there's so many conventions I would never even remember to bring up unless somebody else brings it up, you know. There's, like, if you want to tell a story about something, like, there's someone would have to bring up a convention, then I can be like, oh yeah, I got a story for you.
Yeah.
Well, they have to trigger it because there's been how many, like 250, 300 conventions at this point that you've probably done?
Yeah, at least, you know, that sounds about right. I mean, well, for me, it's been, for a lot of years, it was 15 to 18 a year, sometimes a little more. The last 5 years, I've been trying to do like 12, you know, or less. So, I mean, if you multiply that by 20 years, I'm not going to do it right. I'm good at math, man, but I had the advanced math classes when I was a kid.
Right, you're looking at right around 250, 275.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty serious. I mean, that's more than Michelle and I, you know, peaked out at like 110, and I imagine Jack Rudy has probably been this, you know, similar numbers of conventions. There's some diehards out there, man. You're definitely one of them.
Well, I'm over it now.
Oh yeah. Well, we all are for the time being.
Yeah, but I've been over it for a lot of years, and last year I think I did 7 conventions, and then this year I was geared up to do like another dozen, and I done 1 in January, 1 in February, and 2 in March. That was 4 just in March, and I had the rest of the year. So, and then COVID fucking cut that, you know. And I don't miss conventions. I just miss my friends at conventions.
Yeah.
I think that's me, bro. You know, you know what? Me, it's like this. Like, I get invited to so many conventions, and if I don't see one of you, like, you know, Nico or any of my friends, I'm not going.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. That's me. Like,
well, I mean, you know that feeling when you show up at a convention and you look around you and you don't recognize anyone, and they don't seem to recognize you, and you're like, oh, okay, what am I doing here?
Yeah, I feel so stupid.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's an awkward feeling. It's like somebody else's party almost, and it shouldn't feel that way. But you know, I mean, I remember, you know, all those years. So for a while there, Dennis Dwyer and I would tattoo each other on the floor for just like a couple hours. We did this for a couple of years. At like first thing Friday, it's like, oh, you're here, cool. You got anybody yet? Oh, no, for 2 hours. Okay, let's work on my foot, right? And so it's Friday. People are just getting started, and they're still wheeling their stuff in, and I'm sitting there getting tattooed on the floor, and people would wander by and chit chat, and it literally felt like I was getting tattooed in my own living room because it was so familiar, and the people coming by were all the other, you know, the regular personalities that we expect to see there, you know, and of course, you know, I don't want to be that aging tattoo guy and say, oh yeah, those were the days, but yeah, I mean, that was a particular era that has kind of come and gone. At least
those were the days, guys. Yeah. You know, I mean, it was before it blew up super big, and there's too much of everything right now. Too many conventions, you know, and all that. It used to be more of a family thing back then, where it's, you know, when it wasn't before. You remember before social media, before even we had websites, when it was all just tattoo magazines. That's how we all knew each other. And conventions were smaller. They were all in the hotels, and everybody knew each other, you know. And if you didn't, you became friends that weekend. And it was just I know exactly what you're saying, Guy. It's like, I don't want to sound like the old guy, you know, but right. Those truly were the best conventions, and I miss those days. I mean, I'm glad that it's got so big now, and there's so many. Then the best thing about that is there's so many amazing tattooers in the world these days, you know, and it's fucking amazing. It's great, but I just miss. I like stuff on a smaller scale. These big convention center conventions, man, I don't have fun at them anymore. They're too big. They're too. the hotel ones were special, you know. We're all in one place, everyone's staying there that night, and end up in the hotel bar at the end of the night. Everybody's there.
Yeah, it was a very intimate experience, and you know, you could just say, "Hey, I'll see you at the bar later on," to anybody that you saw there, and chances are you would.
Right, yeah.
And even if the hotel restaurant was crap, you'd see them there the next morning, and you know, as you're grabbing your tray from the buffet, you're like, "Hey, can I sit there?" And each morning you're having breakfast with some other random person who, you know, you've seen at a million conventions, you've had breakfast with a bunch of times, but you know, whoever you chance on that morning, it was just this. It was so comfortable, and it had become, you know, for so many of us, that was, well, our living room. You know, literally, it was like the place where we were almost more comfortable in than our own shops.
Yep, exactly. The good old days. Oh well, at least I'm glad I got to catch the tail end of that, because I started in '97, you know. And I wish I'd started earlier, but it was still a good time, and there was a good, you know, 10 years maybe where we're still kind of you know, like you just said, Guy.
I mean, there's still awesome stuff happening. I don't want to sound like there's nothing worth checking out in the tattoo world. You know, that would be a shitty attitude for me to take. And you know, the last convention I went to was in New York last July, and I mean, it was amazing. All the artists there were amazing, right? And most of them weren't people I knew very well, or you know, had just known by reputation. But I still got to talk to a few of these folks, and they were great people. It's like, oh man, you know, if I weren't so busy, it would be awesome to be able to hang out with Steve Butcher and Yomiko, and you know, these people we've messaged each other in the past, and you know, talked online, but it's always different when you meet the first time in real life, and that was the place to do it. And who knows what conventions are going to be like when we're able to actually start going back to them again.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Hey, we have a mystery iPhone person beaming in.
Okay.
We're looking at their.
Who's that mystery iPhone person? They might need their sound enabled.
Oh, and we got two painting rigs. Sweet.
All right. Bob, you painting anything? I know you're not like somebody that paints a lot, but that's part of the theme of the evening.
Who, Guy? You're not talking to me, are you?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm painting on skin tonight.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. We got
with black ink and water.
yes.
But I don't paint, Guy. You know, I've never really painted at all. I just do pencil and sometimes charcoal, but mostly pencil when I do art, which isn't enough these days. I need to get off my lazy ass and start drawing.
Hey, just while everyone's getting set up, if you could turn your phones sideways. I know that one person just got set up nice, but if you turn your phone sideways, yeah, there you go. We get to see a lot more of it. And Bob, if you want, can you set your phone up while you're and talk while you're tattooing, or?
Looks like it's the folks from Tattoo Collecting Podcast, I think.
Hey, yeah, it's me, Jordan.
Hey, Jordan, what's going on,
Hey,
man?
guys. Yeah, I figured I would, Gabe sent me that email. Me and Fawn just got done doing some podcast stuff. We were going live, but she just left, and I was jumping on VR and doing some of that VR sculpting stuff that we were talking about, Guy. I figured I would, when Gabe hit me up, said you guys were doing this, I figured I'd just kind of go live with what I was doing with it.
Nice. So,
Awesome.
So the VR sculpting you're doing, is it for a tattoo, or are you just messing around?
This is messing around, but I'm trying to actually take a painting that I'm doing to the next level. So I brought a painting that I'm doing into this VR medium. And so I'm actually like, I don't know, creating a 3D version of it, but I kind of have this projection mapping idea. So I'm going to be like putting it onto a projector and projection mapping it. So I'm trying to create this whole thing out of it. I don't know exactly what I'm doing with it, but I keep building these ideas as I'm going with it. But it just feels magical doing it because you're just immersed in this like we were talking about it earlier, Guy. It's crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, it's not for a tattoo, just a painting and just for fun.
Right. Yeah. It's cool because we're talking about like then versus now, and the things that have been lost, but so many things have been gained too. As our art form has evolved, and like I remember when people first started messing around with Photoshop for design prep, and it was a rare thing. You didn't know that many people that had Photoshop skills, and then it became kind of standard. Now everybody's using Procreate, which is a great tool, and a lot of people now, there are a lot of artists who, apart from skin, they don't do anything analog at all. I mean, they just, all of their prep, all their drawing, everything is completely using digital tools. And not to say that, I'm not saying an opinion about that at all. It's just impressive how much that change has, really like settled into our industry. It's become a very digitally based process for a lot of people.
Technology, man, and it's you can do a lot of stuff real easily with digital art, even just making a stencil and stuff, so it's kind of the way of the future, I guess. But I think most artists who have been painting their whole lives, that's never going to change. And oil painting is still my favorite medium as far as stuff I like. I don't paint at all, but
I feel the same. I love the technology aspect of these things, but like painting, like this image right here, I don't know if you guys can see it or not. I'm in the helmet right now, but this painting in front of me, this is actually an oil painting I took a picture of, and then I brought it into this whole thing, and I can work with layers on here just like in Photoshop. I got this little tool and I got paint clay. I can do all sorts of different things like ZBrush. But in essence, this is what I'm working on right here. This thing right here.
Jordan, hold on a second. I'm trying to pin you here. Okay, there we go.
Oh, there it is.
Crazy. That's just super crazy.
Yeah, so I'm trying to take this painting in front of me here and then
I've seen that
create
before.
this version of it. And see, I can take this and I can even make it, just monstrous. And I could get in here with my, let's say I want to paint it. So I'm on the wrong layer though, how that goes.
Yeah, that's nuts. That is just nuts.
That's too much.
Wow, that's badass.
So then I'll get into, I don't know, we'll go, whatever.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
What is this? What? That's not Photoshop, right?
This is called Adobe Medium, and this is an Oculus program, but it's also like any virtual reality headset, HT Vive or whatever it's called, and these Oculuses, you can do this.
Did you get two people to do this at the same time?
I don't know about in the same space. I'm not positive, but they have a VR chat thing, so you can get two people in the same room at the same time, and I think you might actually be able to play games with each other through that.
Yeah, they help play games. Let's have everybody sculpt together.
Yeah, that would be crazy, right?
Let me see something.
Bob, do you remember that? Of course you do. The party before the Oakland Tattoo the Earth. It was a few days at that hotel where just a bunch of us gathered and made messes.
Yeah,
remember that?
I do. That was awesome.
That was something else.
Yeah. I don't think I painted it all. I was just hanging out the whole time watching all you guys. I might have painted. I remember actually
Not everybody painted.
In Toronto, I did an art fusion. I've done a couple art fusions with charcoal, but with Paul and Philip but I can't remember if I painted in San Francisco. That was cool because that was all in the city, and then the convention was in Oakland.
Right. Well, it was also kind of like the pre-party. It was private for just the artists, and I thought that was just such a cool the premise behind it was, you know, I mean, that's the thing about Paul is, you know, people never understood him. You know, I mean, some of us did, but people got him all wrong. They're like, oh yeah, this satanic tattoo guy. But, you know, he was like trying to bring people together and trying to make sure that the larger art world could see what we had going on in tattooing.
Absolutely,
Sort of
dude.
very-
You know, the whole art fusion thing, you know, started with you, Paul, and Philip, pretty much, right?
Well, it was Paul and Philip first. You know, they had that first tattoo, the Earth. It was a much smaller thing, where they ended up, I think, just really coming up with the idea for the big conventions, and from there, you know, it was after that I got involved, and yeah, definitely I was not going to miss that.
Right. That was amazing, man.
Damn, this is the
Bob, were you at the Calgary with Hannah, Guy's sister, doing the art fusion one year? Because I feel like I remember seeing you do charcoal art fusion with Hannah.
Was I doing an art fusion in Calgary, you asked?
Yeah,
I can't remember Calgary. I feel like
it would have been a long time ago. Would have been
I
like
don't-
12 years ago.
I don't think I did it in Calgary.
No, okay. Maybe I just saw you there. Not.
I was definitely
not doing
there,
art
yeah.
fusion.
I don't think I actually got up and drew anything. I didn't do it that often. I did it in actually Reading, Pennsylvania. The Forge and Ink convention. I did it in Hell City, I think. I think I may have done it in Milan, Italy.
Ooh.
I may have done it in Calgary. Honestly, my memory is so fucked. You know, it's but I was always scared of art fusion and intimidated. You know,
Yeah,
and I
understandably, the
you know,
time
just-
constraint and everybody's watching
Well,
you.
I think it's just because there's such a high likelihood that it would come out badly. You know what I mean? Like a lot of them were a real struggle to pull them together, because there was this kind of intentional spirit of, let's just, you know, let stuff happen, and let's kind of, if anything is taking shape, just demolish it and, you know, turn it into something else. And in some ways it was too unstructured, you know, and I did enjoy doing them, but I mean, anyone who's ever collaborated with me knows that I love to work through the planning process with my co-collaborators and really get our ducks in a row and have a solid plan where we know we're going to do a really nice piece of art, right? And so then getting into that kind of thing where it's anything could happen, and there's a good chance that you know it's going to be more interesting than good, you know. You know, it's a little hard. It's daunting. It's daunting. And we tattooers, we want things to turn out well. You know what I mean? It's scary to us, the idea that we could mess something up, and you know, it's for that very reason. I think a lot of tattooers are intimidated to paint. They don't want to post a painting they've done that's bad, right? It's like, well, you know, first of all, you don't have to post everything you do, but you know, there's nothing to really be afraid of when it comes to mediums that are not on a human body, where you can throw away your failures.
Yeah.
Hey Guy, how would I'm sure you do, like so many of your students, if I should say that, if one of them or two of them they suck, how would you tell them?
Oh man.
I'm like,
Put him on the spot there, Tony.
You know, it's one of the most awkward things is when you're at a convention and you've got some guy brings his old lady that he's tattooed the hell out of, right? And it's terrible. And it's clearly she knows it, and she's standing there in her bikini in front of your booth with that quivering look on her face, and he's like, "So what do you think? Huh? And what do you say, right?" Yeah, it's in front of her. You don't want to say, "Man, this is." You should really scale down your ambition and just do Taz's until you can do a straight line. No, you have to learn to say things that are not gonna be too painful, and yet at the same time are not complete BS. Like, wow, man, that's a tattoo. All right, that was one of my favorites. Look at those colors. Look at all that detail. Yeah, there's a lot of ways of saying something that's not untrue about a tattoo that is also not, doesn't say anything.
Well,
That's sometimes what I would do. Okay.
the reason I'm asking is because, I get so many submissions and people asking me, like, how do I get in your magazine? And I don't know what to tell them. All I say is like, yeah, send them to me. But then, they're never going to be in it. And then I see them again.
Right.
And I send you pictures and I still don't see it in the magazine. And
Well, just say, hey, well, you just need to do better tattoos then.
I mean, here's the thing, and they might not want to hear this, and this is not an easy thing to say. But ask them, well, okay, look at the magazine and look at your work and ask yourself if you really want to be next to this other work, right? If you feel like you're ready.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's one thing to be ambitious. Oh, I want my homies to see my work in this magazine. But it's another thing when the reality of it hits and you realize that you're in the room with some very high quality stuff, and it's going to be anything that isn't is going to stand out, right? Like a sore thumb. And you don't want to be that sore thumb. But how do you tell somebody that, right? I do a lot of critiques, but the people who are coming to me for critiques, they're not like thinking they're ready for a magazine. Although, some of them are very good artists. I mean, I've critiqued some really excellent artists. But, a lot of it is a little more entry level. And first of all, it's really good that they're seeking out critiques and that they're actually wanting to hear it. And I think that's important. And to have that attitude where you don't want to hear it is basically saying, I don't want to improve. I'm unimprovable. What you see is what you get. And so whatever level I'm at right now, I'm satisfied with being at that level for the rest of my career. Which, of course, anybody that thinks about it long enough isn't going to want that, right? But a lot of us are afraid to get out of our comfort zones. And getting critiqued is definitely a step out of your comfort zone.
Yeah. Hey guys, I gotta bust out of here and finish this tattoo.
Speaking of having conversations with people in the middle of tattoos, telling crazy stories.
Well, Bob, thanks so much for dropping by. Really great to hang, and you have a great tattoo session.
Thank you, man. Thanks for having me, guys. I just want to come by and say hi and shoot the shit for a minute. So,
Yeah, take it easy, Bob.
love you guys, man.
Love you too,
Talk
man.
to y'all soon. Okay, Gabe, Tony, Guy.
Love you.
See you guys soon.
Oh man, I miss conventions for that reason,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one reason. I miss that motherfucker.
Is it on Zoom?
Oh, hey, Casey joined us.
Yeah, what's up, guys? I didn't want to interrupt.
So the winner of the Icon Power Units.
On your icon win.
Yeah, thanks. That's pretty awesome. I'm pretty psyched about that.
Woo.
Yeah, we were just talking with those guys this morning about, programming ideas and things. Because okay, I did mention in my interview about the Reinventing the Tattoo app. Anybody who's been tuning in to the Monday night lessons has heard about it a little bit. I've talked about it some, and we're working on an app, and it's going to be great, and it's going to be free to the public, although it's going to have a lot more perks for our paying subscribers. But it'll be a place where you can come and see all the different programming that we've been doing. So when I say different programming, that's everything from interviews to work along kind of lessons, workshops, seminars of all different sorts, podcasts like the podcast that Jordan and Fawn have been doing, which is directly to tattoo collectors. So we're really psyched about this and about the kind of programming that we're going to see emerging on it, because it's kind of like a tattoo TV station, but it's a perfect venue for any kind of live interview sort of show, especially.
Yeah, we're super thankful to be able to be a part of that. I think it's really awesome, and I'm excited to see this app grow and this whole reinventing. I mean, this reinventing thing has grown so much through the years. It's so cool to see now the app become a platform, and now to be able to have a live platform for our podcast is super awesome. So we're super appreciative of that, Guy.
Yeah, you guys been rocking it.
And if there is anyone out there who's listening who's like, man, I've got this great idea for a show. I've always wanted, this is roll up your sleeves and get involved, because we're filling out the schedule so that, of course, we'll have these things available on YouTube and places like that. But once the app is available, you'll actually get push notifications for things that you decide you want to watch or be involved in. It'll just be a lot slicker in general and a lot more user friendly. Yeah, Casey was the second to last back piece that was here. How's that heel? Has it been a big itchy mess, or are you about done with that stage?
Itchy as hell. So far, it's pretty much perfect. I did a little test on it, and I did some of the hustle butter on pretty much the ass cheeks, and then everything down, and then everything else I did a dry heel. It started peeling much faster without the hustle butter, and I'd say it just came out much smoother when I did use it. But everything else about it is absolutely perfect, and I love it. It's pretty much done.
Nice. Yeah, the whole thing with dry healing, I always use as little as possible, but it's nice to have something around for the really tight spots.
Yeah.
And cocoa butter is definitely a good product for that. Yeah, I mean, when it comes to the back, it's just hard to put anything on there, you got to have help.
You have a nice, loving girlfriend. Usually she'll put it on for you.
Trying to inflate these. Sorry, guys. Ain't gonna happen.
So who else have we got joining us? Anyone else that has the Zoom link been generally shared, or what's?
We've got. Well, I guess Fawn is here.
Oh, right on. Hey, Fawn.
There's two that are just iPhone.
Okay.
I think that's
one of those is me, Chris.
Ah,
hey,
nice.
Chris. Good evening.
Hey,
Chrissy.
hey guys.
How you doing,
One
man?
of them is good. How are you?
And the other is called but both iPhones. If it's possible that you can turn them horizontal mode, that'd be great. Casey, you too. If not, no worries.
You want me to go horizontal?
Yeah.
I have an issue with mine.
All right, let me fuck with it.
Yeah, I always have an issue.
Chris, why
Remember.
the fuck aren't you a Private Eye or like in the movies?
Probably to give his voice.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'd love a voiceover job.
You could probably get it. Like that would be awesome. Could be some
Hook me
cartoon
up.
characters.
That'd be the best.
I've always thought that would be such a fun job. I went to acting school when I was younger, and that was one of the things that the people said that I would do really well at. But never went through.
Chris Hall, hard-boiled voiceover guy.
Yes.
Heavy breather too.
Yeah, we've had some episodes of that, haven't we?
Okay, I don't know if you're intentionally having your video off, but your video's off.
My video's off? Oh, I'm probably getting a battery warning. Yeah, that's what's happening there. Okay.
God damn it. It's so easy to go on Amazon and to click some buttons to order shit. I'm sorry I haven't sent it over, but we should.
Yeah. Oh. It's too easy to order shit from Amazon. That's the problem.
Yeah, you know what it really is. My daughter fired some stuff up on it, and I was like, "Oh, before I put the order through, I'm gonna have to get probably two more things, right?" And I still haven't. So no, anyways, I'm up.
Well, it's that whole list of things to do. It's sometimes just daunting to keep up with it.
Melissa Sinks in the comments there and is having a little bit of a hard time with the chat box. Melissa, I don't know if you can see just a couple above you. There is the Zoom link if you wanted to zoom in.
Yeah, it might be because of the YouTube chat box, or I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm.
That's another thing that will be completely corrected when we've got everybody on the app.
Yeah, that'll be nice.
It's probably in the app. It's probably figuring out the proper embeds for all the different technologies. But we'll get it. If you hit it really hard, sometimes it's supposed to work. Yes, Melissa, you should be zooming in, and if you don't have the link, let us know, and I can get it to you. Oh, wait, you're in the chat room. She said that in the chat room.
Yes, but she can't see, like she can't scroll with it. Oh, she can't see anything. But
Okay, we gotta get. Can you send her the link to the IG? I'm still off the Instagram, so.
Yep, I can send through Instagram.
Cheers.
So yeah, I'm this one, and I'm probably going to have to wrap it up at that point. So yeah, this is definitely the time for guests to tune in. Of course, you can all stay on as late as you want.
No bedtime?
All right, so Melissa, I just sent you through Instagram.
Okay.
When I'm looking up at pieces of swag to make for reinventing, iPhone battery chargers, like the extra batteries, are definitely on the list to send to people.
Oh yeah, like the battery pack things. Yeah, that'd be very useful. And just when your battery runs out, you can just pop it on and boom.
To your point of like, there's almost too many choices. It's like I'm trying to figure out which company to help work. If anybody knows any good swag companies, it's like you type in, custom printed stuff and you get a million fucking options. But you can get anything.
Yeah, that is.
So
we
can get like.
you're just trying to find a good sticker company more.
Hey, Rob.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Rob,
Good.
I was in earlier. I just couldn't. I didn't see the link earlier. The chat inside of the app was down.
Oh no.
All
Yeah.
good, though, all good. I've been with
For-
you guys the whole time.
Right on. What you working on tonight?
I actually was working on this little small one here with you guys.
Oh,
I got my cameras all set up, but I just threw it on the link right here on my phone so I can just throw it up real fast. But now I'm going to kind of jump on this one here.
Right on. Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, kind of goes with this one here.
That's awesome.
Not fucking around. How you doing, man? What's going on, Jordan?
Hey, who's that?
This is Rob, bro.
What up, homie?
Doing the thing. How you doing? You in the thing too, Fawn?
Is Fawn here? Yeah, I'm just in here. I just been spray painting stuff.
Yeah, I seen it, dude. I seen the green thing you were building, man. Super badass, brother.
Oh, did you? Nice.
Oh,
I
yeah.
haven't taken this headset off since I started this thing, so I don't know what's
How
going
could
on.
you?
Really. I just hear y'all.
Yeah, man. It's really, I like it a lot.
Jordan,
What are you
can you
doing?
have a browser window inside of that VR environment?
Not with this going on, but I mean, I can like open up this little thing, and I can open up like a virtual little virtual desktop thingy.
Yeah, I was just wondering if you could do it at the same time. That'd be cool. Oh, I mean, it's cool anyways. So awesome.
Oh, and to,
watch.
like have you guys like a little bubble like right here.
Exactly. Yeah.
That would be super sick. There might be a way to do it. I mean, they got all sorts of good streaming abilities on this.
Yeah, it's really cool.
I don't know. Yeah, thanks. It's a lot of fun. I'm trying to figure out. I've only used this little graffiti program one other time, and I'm working in such a small little area that like it looks like I got all this space around, but I am in reality got like 3 feet around me.
Very cool.
What app is that again, Jordan?
This is called King Spray.
It's a trip.
Yeah, really nice.
I am so waiting to have an R&D budget to get into that.
So,
I mean,
so
the VR
what-
is clearly the place to be doing online crazy conventions and shit. But if you can't do it together,
Right, give everyone a headset.
Oh yeah.
I'm about
Everybody
to get
with
to
a
the
headset.
warehouse at Red Tree so we can just take a break and then like go into a VR space and do some fun stuff like this with the whole warehouse space. We got area to walk around.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they must not have like cords, or are you attached to cords?
I do got a big old long cord that comes out of my head right now. Yeah, and it's got this contraption that's attached to my ceiling that I put up, so it's not in the way.
Whoa.
But
Nice.
the new ones actually don't have cords. They just came out with the Oculus 2. There's some other ones, but
My sons want me to get him that.
oh, get it for them. I'm gonna buy one for like every person in my family. This shit is next level.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm getting one for him. His birthday's in a month.
Nice.
The thing that
I
I've
always
never understood is when people do those zombie games in those, like that just
Oh, I got
sounds like traumatizing.
I got a scary game I'm playing right now, Half-Life, and it's the scariest thing I've ever played in my entire life on this VR.
Right?
You completely forget. Like right now, I cannot tell that I'm in like a 3-foot space in my room. I totally feel like I'm in this space that
Yes.
I'm in, that you guys
I
see.
got to do one, the only time I've done something like that was at like some sort of circus event, and they had that in the lounge, and it was when it had all the cords. So there's this guy like running around, making sure you don't trip over the cords and stuff. And I could hear my friends talking to me, and I'm just in this like gingerbread people world. It was very cartoony, so it was good because it didn't get too disturbing. But and there's like people talking to me, my friends, and it just, you can't see them at all, so it just kind of sounds like you have voices in your head. It's just a very trippy. I can imagine like spending hours in there would be very weird for your like reality when you came back in.
It is. It's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to. I mean, after like an hour, my eyes have had enough. Like it's a lot for your brain to handle. I feel like in your eyes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, after honestly, like I have dreams and some because I use this quite a bit, nowadays that like it's fading into my dreams and stuff because you fully believe that you're in these spaces and it just gets realer and realer. I don't even know. It's pretty weird. And so the more you do it, the more it's just like just getting dug into your mind.
You ever see this movie Existenz? I think it's a Cronenberg film.
No, but I love Cronenberg's.
Okay, Existenz. So it's this game, and people have these pods, and it's interesting because the pods are like biopod. They have guts, and they plug in and they enter, right? So it's all happening actually in their brain, and it's interesting because there's a port, right? They have to plug the thing in. And there's this one character that's really reluctant to, ever try it on, but ends up having to for whatever reason, some kind of crime they're trying to solve, right? But he puts him on for the first time and then he takes him off and he realizes he no longer has any real sense of what reality is. From that, he'll never again know for sure if he's experiencing reality.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, there's definitely something weird about this and that feeling. I mean, it's at a low end right now, but I mean, literally, like I got Google Earth on this thing, so like I'll go through Google Earth VR and you can travel the entire world. You see clouds that like they look super real. You can go see mountains exactly the way that mountains are. It's satellite like Google Earth view of everything. But even buildings are like fairly highly rendered. But I found myself doing that a bunch, going through the clouds, and then I remember being on an actual plane and going through the clouds and just thinking about like, holy fuck, like I've actually been fully immersed in a virtual space that felt exactly like the feeling of me being there, but I actually felt like what it'd be like to go like in and out of those clouds.
Whoa.
Like I was flying a UFO or something.
That is trippy.
So have you checked out the Microdose VR, Andrew Jones's?
Yeah, I did have it on here for a little bit, but somehow it stopped working. I know it's weird. I had to get like a code to use it because it's not like fully out yet.
Uh-huh.
And I can't open it up right now. I might have to re-download it.
And what is Microdose all about?
It's a super, it's a super trippy like music visualization program that Android Jones made. And so like you use your hands to like create all sorts of trippy fractals and things to and it all kind of goes with the music. Whatever music you got playing through your computer or your headset, it'll move to, but then you would just move your hands around and you're making these insane fractals and just the most insane visuals. It's just more or less like this kinetic, intuitive thing to have fun with. It's almost meditative as opposed to like creating something or anything like that. You're just creating these huge fractal spaces out of music. And
like having a crazy multi-dimensional digital bubble blower.
yeah, pretty much.
Awesome.
Right on. I'll have to try it someday.
Yeah, I can get it.
This is one of my favorite things is this Google Earth right here. I can go anywhere in the world.
Hold on, I'm gonna spotlight you. Cancel the spotlight pin video. What the fuck? Okay, there we go. Yeah.
But I actually found UFOs in this Google Earth thing.
That's funny. We were just talking about UFOs.
So are you guys can see me right now?
Yeah, you're full screen.
So like on my hand right here, I can like hold the Earth in it, right? You can see everything. Kind of pick anywhere I want to go. Let's just pick somewhere. I don't know.
Pyramids.
I like right here. We're pretty close to China. I'm gonna tilt up, get away from this. We're in the South China Sea right now. So I'll come up, you can see the Earth, space, all this. You can move things around, move space around. Different times of day, you can see. So let's go. Kind of just feel like a UFO right now. Some places aren't rendered as high when they're a little bit more rural. This is Africa right here on the coast, but you can see whales and stuff a lot of times, like just big shadows of animals in the water.
Whoa.
I want to go somewhere a little more populated. Well, I want to show you guys some UFOs. You want to see some UFOs?
Yeah.
So this is.
Hey, Jordan.
What?
I told Guy when you were up there getting your back piece, I told him to ask you about the UFO story, but he forgot to ask you. So next time you got to tell him about the UFO story.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I got dozens and dozens of them for sure.
Awesome.
Right?
So check this out. This is the South China Sea, right? All sorts of weird military shit going on with China. But I was just traveling around to see what kind of weird military shit they had, and I found this shit. Look at this thing. So it looks like a fucking battleship. It looks like it just got like exploded or some weird shit. And then there's all of these though. And so you look at these and you go by and you're like, you can see the way they move. Like this one kind of had like a little move off there. Some of these, that one's like turning around. But you might think they're boats. But then when I go and show you a fucking boat somewhere, they don't look nothing like this shit at all. Like those things are in the sky. Some like over here. Show you a boat.
I mean, there are computer geeks on the other end of this that love like fucking with people, you know.
Right. I don't know if they're actual UFOs or not. I was just like, this is wild.
Yeah.
But something crazy you'll see is these things all over the coast.
Yeah, where are they?
It's fishing. It's nets.
Ah, okay, yeah.
And it's
all
crazy.
those
You realize
things
just
are
how bad it is in the world. But I can go on and on about this stuff all day.
So I am going to have to step away, and I will come back in about a half hour, 45 minutes, and find you all still here. But just in case not, it's been great joining you all for this party, including those of you who are here but being extremely quiet. And perhaps I'll see you in a little bit.
Hi, buddy.
Awesome. Bye, guys.
See you, Guy.
See you in a
All
little
right.
bit, man.
Bye, Guy.
What you working on, Chris? Was that you? Oh, is that you right there? Okay.
Yeah, just some wood stuff.
Can you zoom into
some
it closer?
more wood.
Let's take a little peek at it.
Hey, Rob, I'm going to your shop.
Yeah. When you coming?
Right now, look at. I don't. You probably can't see in the VR. You guys probably changed.
Oh.
I'm about to be in Rockford.
Let me see. Oh yeah, that's cool, dude.
I'm in Rockford. Where are you at? Where's your address?
My shop's 5920 East State Street.
I want to find it.
Yep, 5920 East State Street, Rockford, Illinois.
Gotcha.
Hey, Luke McKenzie, catching your chats in the YouTube channel.
My kid gets on the Oculus. He goes all up to the statues, them big statues and shit. Yeah, he loves it, dude.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
He wants me to get him the new one, like I said. So I told him I probably would when his birthday comes out.
Hey, tell me that address one more time. I found the thing.
5920 East State Street, Rockford, Illinois. Oh, there it is.
All right, here we go. Okay.
Yeah.
One knock on that motherfucking door. You know this church right here? That's you.
You know what?
Rob, you don't know your churches?
I think that church got burnt down.
Oh, Jesus.
That's why. Yeah, that church is burnt. But anyway, yeah.
Place looks like Tony Hawk Pro Skater is like right now. Look at that. You know this window here?
Yeah.
Are we close?
Let me see. What address you at? 5920?
I'm at 5920.
No, type in 5920.
You know this area?
Oh yeah.
We walk down the street. Sisters Thai Cafe.
Yeah, but that's way downtown. I'm down. I'm way in the, I'm up the street. 5920.
Okay. That. All right. We're down the road here.
Yeah, right. We down the road a bit. Yeah, that shit's a trip, dude.
Whoa.
Sided with socialists. Joe Biden, he will raise taxes on the middle class, and his liberal agenda will cost millions of jobs.
Oh yeah, that's right. Somebody's watching YouTube. Who's listening to political ads in the background? That's not fair. We've gotten like 2 hours in and we haven't talked about it yet.
Is this you, Rob?
Oh yeah, that's me right there, boy. Yeah, right there.
Oh,
Yep.
shit.
Right there to the right. Yep. You know, right there. Yep. Now go left.
Do a little ollie over these little
Go left.
pixel trees.
Yeah, that's. Oh snap.
Oh shit.
Go back. Go back. Go
Little
back.
earth skirt.
That's the little bar we were at.
What do you say?
That's the bar we were at. Go back around the corner. And keep going a little bit more. Right up there to your right is my shop.
Right here?
Yep, right there. You're
going
on
in.
tattoo. Oh, you went on top of the building.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's just great. They've been doing burnouts right there, looks like.
Yeah, right.
That's crazy, dude.
All right, just take a little stroll down this road here.
Okay, why don't you like Venice, Italy, or let's Rockford's cool. I'm happy to go there, but
What do you mean? It's Rockford, Illinois.
That's the booming metropolis.
we can literally go anywhere in the. I mean, it's cool. We can go anywhere in the world. I'm going to Rockford.
Come to
Check-
my house.
yeah.
You guys wonder what Africa looks like? I guess
Okay.
we could be like Egypt or some shit.
Let's go to Greenland.
Ethiopia. Y'all ever seen Ethiopia?
Easter Island.
Oh, that's a good one.
Let's go there. Definitely.
Yeah.
I would do it again.
That's a good one.
Easter.
Melissa, I can't tell what you're drawing exactly, but it looks really cool. The colors are very beautiful together.
Thank you. I got these beveled panels here a while back. This one's a tombstone, and I've been working on some line work digitally for like the last couple of weeks, and it's like,
Right.
hey, I want to work on this tombstone. It's a pirate chick, the lantern, whatnot. You see the tablet.
Yeah, that's sweet. That'll be fun.
just working with some oils, having fun.
Nice.
Nice.
We have this really awesome setup with Vimeo where it sends out these streams to like all of the different places, but then there's people in like all of the different places that are in all the different chat rooms.
Yes.
Sometimes it's like, oh wait a minute, I'm sorry, we haven't been ignoring you. We just haven't been checking the chat room. I'm trying to bring this other guy Luke in here, trying to get him the URL stream.
Yeah, I was using the app, and I figured it was kind of hard or new going through it. So, but I like staying on there so I can kind of help get the bugs all worked out. But it runs really smooth, Gabe. Real smooth.
It's getting so close to being fan-fucking-tastic. Although I'm so far into it at this point, I just see gray. Like,
Yeah.
does this thing even work? I just want it to be in the store with people like able to get it.
Right.
We're almost there.
Yeah, coming together real nice though, man.
Yeah. And Rob, that's definitely appreciated, the feedback from like just sticking with it and seeing how it's going, so you can let us know what's going on. That's definitely.
Oh, absolutely. Anything you need, you know that for sure.
Yeah, you're awesome.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Hey, actually, speaking of, I think it was the first. There's a Sunday coming up. We should all coordinate and make sure that we're doing the first history, not the first history session, but the first one on the new series.
Yeah, I was gonna actually get a hold of Sandra and you about that, as well as Guy. I might be going out to Guy's next couple of days or so. So I think that'll work out good too. Like, you know, I've never really done none of that before, but I'm super stoked about doing it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it'd be cool, man.
You getting more work?
No, we're doing that machine that guy's doing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was telling me about that on Saturday.
Oh, dude, I'm telling you, man, just killing it, dude. The build is it's beautiful, dude. I mean,
well, he was talking about the guy you have doing the CNC work for it.
Dude, he's out of control. Dude, they're from a space project. When I first went there and started talking to the dude, he was real cool, dude. But he was like, you know, kind of like a nerdy dude. But he's like, let me show you something real quick, you know, because I don't know, he's just cool. And I was like, all right, whatever. And then we went into this fucking hangar, dude, and there was just like half an egg type thing, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? And then as we started going closer to it, he started smiling. And I was looking at his face, you know what I'm saying? Because I didn't know what it was, so I was kind of trying to read his face. So he started smiling real big. And then as we got closer to it, it had windows, like 3 foot by 6 foot windows, or maybe 5 foot, 3 foot by 5 foot windows. And they were all around like the bell shape, half an egg type thing. And as we got closer to it, I was like, damn, this looks like a fucking UFO. But I didn't want to say nothing to sound like a fucking dumbass. So as soon as we got close to it, the hatch door was open. And I looked at it and I said, dude, is that a fucking UFO? And he started smiling crazy, dude. And he said, yeah, it's a secret space project that we're working on. I said, get the fuck out of here. He's like, no, dude, this is whatever place. And he says that we work on, and he started telling me all the stuff we work on. And then I told him, I didn't tell him, I asked him, I said, dude, is this top secret? And he said, hell yeah, it's top secret. And I was like, well, anyway, whatever. I didn't say much after that. I was like, well, that's kick ass, dude. So then we went even closer to it. And I looked, and not touching it, type, but we got real close to it. Like I looked inside of it, and there was cockpit seats all around the bell housing of it, all around the bell housing. And in the center of it is exactly what you would think it would look like inside of a little fucking UFO. It was a brown leather round thing. And on top of the like console thing, it had all kind of like bullshit on top of it. Dude, it was out of control, man.
That's
and then
nuts.
yeah, I mean, I could go on for hours about the shit that was in that place. It was
What a cool
crazy.
experience.
I told Guy
Did you
about
say
it.
leather?
Yeah, it was like brown leather.
Space cows.
Space
Right. Hey, right. I don't know what it was, but the thing what it was is the pod. It would go up to the, because I asked him, I said, well, what do they do with it? He said they shoot it up into the atmosphere, and it goes around the outside of the fucking place and then comes back down. And this is the pod that they're going to be like giving, like people are going to be giving money to go on trips in this pod, like, you know, 2 days around the fucking whatever the fuck it is. But dude, it was crazy. And then I started asking him, I'm like, well, what do you guys build here? And well, I knew what they built there because you could see all the stuff. He's like, well, we build stuff for the government. And he's like, well, I'll tell you some of the projects that we build that's not really top secret. He's like, one of the projects that we do is we build all of the jet engines for whatever space project it was. And they build them in model form. So the people that are learning how to work on them, when they fuck one up or drop it or do something, they don't mess up like a multi-million-dollar piece.
Huh.
They only mess up like $100,000 piece.
Oh God.
Yeah. You know, dude, I was so lucky to find these people, man. Because when I found them, you know, I got jewelry, so I'm into jewelry a lot. So my jewelry maker is the one that hyped me all up on it. He's like, Rob, I can do that for you. I can make it. I guarantee you I can make it. So I thought that fucking dude was the one doing it. But all along, it wasn't him. It was a buddy of his that works at the space fucking project place. So yeah, it worked out pretty badass. To where these are some real hyperspace tattoo machines.
Yeah, no kidding. That's about as hyperspace as you're gonna get.
Oh yeah. Oh, and just when we start releasing them, and you start seeing all the things that man, that's planned, it's gonna be pretty cool, man. If we kick it all off the way it's supposed to be, but I believe we will be, it's gonna be real fast.
That's very exciting.
Yeah, it's real exciting. I mean, we've been keeping it. Well, I have. Guys mentioned it a few times, and I've mentioned it a few times. But I was, you know, the whole COVID thing. When I was trying to get all the stuff done and do everything I said I could do, dude, the COVID stuff just had everything locked down to where everything you tried to do, every move you tried to make, it's like shit. Nobody wanted to, you know, really do nothing, or well, not that they didn't want to. It's just that nobody really could do nothing. Everybody's hands were tied.
Yeah, totally.
But yeah, now they're really, really on fire working with it. I just yeah, we're gonna be doing some really fast stuff real soon.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it'd be really cool. Yeah. I think
Okay. Sandy.
Yep.
I'm going to make you host.
Okay.
Because I was, I hate to be well, I don't need to be anything. I'm just going to be falling asleep because I was awake at 4 in the morning.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
And this is interesting, but I'm going to try not to be responsible is all I'm trying to say.
You can make me host. You can sleep.
Make host. So you're now the host. So I don't know if that means that that probably means that you have access to the weight room if anybody else comes in.
I've actually already had access to the weight room somehow. So.
Oh shit, that's great. Well, I'm happy to hang out anyways.
Sweet.
Cool.
Awesome. I'll be right back. Just getting some water.
So Luke, who's tripping on mushrooms and painting up a storm on YouTube, I did send you the link. Please zoom in. Sounds great. But other than that, hey, thank you very much, everybody. I'll be listening, but not interacting. Cheers.
All right,
Hey,
Gabe.
Gabe.
Hi, Gabe.
Bye, Gabe.
Have a good night, Gabe.
Just.
I think it's 10:14. I got to get my medicine.
Yeah, me too.
I gotta go find that medical. Oh,
Do
here
a
it is.
third on that.
Yeah, here
Rob,
it
did
is.
you check out that
Good.
dispensary down there last time you were down by Guy?
Dude, I did. Check this out, bro. Check this fucking out. I went in there, bro. I went in there and I was looking around and they had some wax in there and it was Bio Jesus. Dude, I got a couple grams of that Bio Jesus and then lo and behold, they had some Bio Bud in there too. So I picked up I picked up an eighth of that too. So when we got down there, we didn't do nothing but smoke that Bio Jesus the whole time.
You boys better be careful. That's the shit that killed Elvis.
Oh, it is. I heard it was. Had him locked up in the bathroom for a minute. Oh, shit.
I just walked back in and it was just a bunch of giggling. That was really cute.
Oh, yeah. We must have been talking about that medical marijuana that killed half country.
It's the shit that killed Elvis, man.
The whole country.
It was
country
dank.
gone. Whole country's gone.
I couldn't believe he was on the Smoky Green Devil.
Must be possessed by a devil. Only devil smokes reefer.
Rafer.
Devil smokes backwoods. Devil smokes backwoods. I smoke stick.
Yeah, beer. Thank you. Okay.
Rob, when you coming out to Ohio? Come stop out at Red Tree. Come do an interview on the podcast.
I was just thinking about that. Maybe
Well, come on. Anytime, man. Come do one of these reinventing ones with us.
that's what I was thinking. Maybe after we do the machine launch and shit like that, come out there and maybe hang out for a little bit. Maybe I'll bring my son.
That'd be super dope.
Oh yeah, it's a good time out there, man. Real fun last time.
Yeah, when's the last time you came out here?
Let's see. When did they do that that Red Tree relaunch?
Oh shit, I remember. When we first opened up, that was like December.
Yeah,
or November.
Yeah, right before the New Year.
Nice.
Yeah, but it looks nice, dude. Yeah, it'd be cool to get out there, man. We'll make some plans next month or so.
Yeah, absolutely. You let me know, man. Let's do it.
Yeah.
I want to come out there too.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I know I'll be back out at Guy's in December to work on my back too. So I'll be out in Illinois.
Nice.
Not sure. Well, I'll be doing much out there though, except for that.
Yeah, and plus,
I'll be dead.
I'm opposite of Guy where Guy lives.
Are you on the whole other side of the state?
Yep. Yeah, Guy lives down at the very bottom. I live at the very top. But depending on when you come out, shit, I ain't opposed to flying down there. I went down there when Chris was down there one time. I went down there and hung out with Chris. Remember that, Chris? You still with us? He might be gone.
Chris gone.
Yeah, I went down there and hung out with Chris when he was down there one time at Guy's, and yeah, we had a great time, dude. Real good time.
Fuck
And,
yeah. Yeah. It's always nice to have another person out there when you're getting tattooed as well, so I definitely don't mind.
Yeah, we were hanging up. We did some painting and chilling. We did actually Kaya found some mushrooms out there. Some really, really cool ones, dude. And actually I think Chris actually got them tattooed on him. Yeah, and Guy actually cooked them up for breakfast.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Man.
Nice.
Yeah,
What kind? Some morels?
No, dude, they were. I don't know what they were. I think I could be wrong, dude. I think they were big white, like just real leafy ones. I don't know what they were. But they were amazing, man. They were really good, dude.
Nice. All right.
Yeah, they were real good. They got a tree. They got a couple trees out there that they pushed over, and they inoculated the trees with edible mushrooms. So they got different kinds of mushrooms out there. And
Nice.
Kaya found them. It was a big old patch of them. And dude, they were kick ass, dude.
That's awesome. Dude, how'd those chiggers turn out on you?
Huh?
How'd them chigger bites work out?
Woo! Hey, you know what? Hey, those are some tattoos that I'll have for the rest of my life.
Oh my god.
I got me some little red chigger tattoos I'm gonna keep for the rest of my life down there.
Dude, those microscopic little bastards, dude, they leave such a bite.
Did they
They're
get
terrible.
You it must have been just the right time of the year for those
Was that
bastards.
Casey who just said they're terrible?
Yeah, you got to kill them with nail polish, man.
Is that how you do it?
Nail polish remover? Yeah, you can just rub them around on there. You got to kill them little fuckers.
You get them on you out there too?
Not too bad down here because I'm like 20 minutes north of Rob. Like I'm right there.
Yeah.
So like it's not too bad. But if you get a little more north, it gets pretty shitty up in Wisconsin.
I'm in Michigan. I've never dealt with them in my life. I've had ticks, but those little things, those little teeny guys that you can't even see them.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm telling
I
you
thought
what.
I had bed bugs or some shit.
Oh, dude, I swear to God, dude. Me too.
I was freaking the fuck out.
Hey, I knew instantly because it happened. Because I've been up there quite a few times, and it happened one time. I went up there. My dumbass. This is what happened, dude. My dumbass went out there and laid on the back concrete like I was sunning. I was just getting my sun on, and then all of a sudden, man, about 3 days later, man, it looked like I got hit by a hornet's nest. And then the same shit happened to me again, and I was like, man, I bet you it's those fucking little chiggers, man. So I was like, let me hit fucking Fawn and Jordan up. So I hit Fawn up, and she's like, yeah, I got tore up. And then I was like, man, I wonder if Jordan, because you didn't hit me back yet. I was like, I wonder if Jordan got tore up by him. And then he's like, yeah, he got fucking lit up by him too. So I was like, oh, that's what it was, man. Because at first, it was so bad this time that I thought the hotel that I stayed at had bed bugs.
Right, that's what we thought too. We thought they were just like infested or some shit.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It was so bad. It was so bad this time that there is no way I thought it was chiggers. I'm like, holy shit.
Did you see one bug on you? I never seen one goddamn bug on
not
me.
one time. And dude, these motherfuckers, these little bugs party. They went from my ankle all the way up to my crotch. They had no mercy. No love.
So do you not feel them when they're like on you? You just notice them?
No, you don't know it.
Yeah,
You don't know it.
almost
Noticed
microscopic.
for a couple of days.
Yeah.
No warning. You can't.
I got torn up last September, Rob, when we were
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm telling them.
Hell yeah. Brutal this time.
Ooh.
Damn.
Oh man.
Stay out of the hyper garden, I'm telling you.
Right. I think it's the time of the year.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
When was that?
The,
That was beginning of September.
yeah.
Okay.
And
Oh,
Really
yeah,
noted.
them damn chiggers.
What'd you say?
You're in paradise, but you're getting torn up by chiggers.
Brutal. I've
he
had
got jumped.
stuff, but
Yeah, that's a souvenir from hyperspace I didn't want.
yeah, he would have been fine passing that.
Yeah, no kidding. I got all my feet. My feet are covered in them.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Still, man. Still. Right now, I'm looking right at them.
Look
Did
like a
Guy
leopard.
ever tell you about that dude that was there for like 3-4 days? He laid down out back with no shirt on.
I did the same thing.
Oh no.
He got torn up,
no.
and then he had to fly back to like Europe somewhere.
Oh, is that Uli guy or whatever?
I think so. Yeah.
Dude, that shit was so itchy. It was ungodly itchy. It was so bad.
Mhm. Oh yeah.
awful.
Oh yeah. I have scars, man, from those damn things.
Oh, dude. Same.
There's still those little red marks. They'll never go away.
They just
I
like
saved you one
dissolve that little spot they bite. Bastards.
One time, I didn't realize, but Kaya saved me one time. I was out there, and she's like, "Rob, rub this stuff on you, and you won't get bit by no bugs." And at first, I didn't understand what you meant. I just thought, whatever. But I did it. And I didn't get bit by no bugs. The next time I went out there, it was me and Chris. Shit, we got tore up. But there's a little plant out there that they grow that if you rub on you, them bugs won't bite you.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I told myself I'm lathering myself in DEET next time.
That's what I said. I said I'm gonna bring me some. I'm gonna bring me some
care.
fucking alcohol spray.
I don't even care.
Yeah, alcohol spray. Do it up.
I'll do what you guys want.
Oh, that looks nice, Chrissy.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm just doodling away over here.
I went back to my little small one.
Nice.
So that's funny. That's I didn't know. I guess everybody gets torn up by the chiggers.
Seasonal.
Yeah, I had no idea. I know guy the first time we were out there was telling he was saying rub yourself off with alcohol when you get back inside. You know the ticks are pretty bad. But I was just looking for ticks. I wasn't looking for some microscopic little bastard.
Yeah.
Oh, that's creepy that they're so small. Not cool.
And everywhere. And then they keep popping up for a week. And you think they're still on you or something. You don't know.
Oh God, it sounds like a nightmare.
Yeah. At first I thought I had some crazy rash too. I was like, what is going on? Shit looked weird. It was itchy.
It was hardcore, that's for sure.
Survived it though. Just part of the experience. It's all right.
Hey, right.
Yeah, I guess
But
I lucked out. I was in there in February, so
Yeah,
no
it's seasonal.
bugs.
Yeah.
Rob, I like that little guy you're working on.
Yeah, little small one.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to get her tuned
Are you
up.
guys doing orb paintings too?
I was doing little mushrooms.
No, I mean like do you guys know about like the whole like orb painting series that like Nick Baxter and who's the other guy? I don't know. We all got a bunch of canvases, and I know they sent out a bunch of canvases to a bunch of people. That's like this orb show that they're doing. So it's all circle canvases. They're all due in like November 1st for it. I didn't know how many people got them around or what.
Haven't heard of it. That sounds cool.
I would be one for it.
I felt like Rob would have been one of those people that got that.
Well, I was sure.
I guess I really don't know who's in contact with who, but yeah, I don't know. That's gonna be a pretty fun little thing. I should be working on it right now. It's due pretty soon.
Right.
I decided to sit on VR.
It's all good fun.
But the trippy visual thing I got going on mine, I don't know if you guys can see it or not, is actually a painting that I'm working on.
Yeah.
That's the thing that I extended in that VR, but this is, I want to involve this in the projection mapping somehow, but I want to have it come out and then I want to have it animate and move around. And the next painting is going to be another version of this in some way. So I'm just about done with the actual painting of this. I probably got one more session of just glazing to go. It's
That's
been oil
cool.
paint.
Yeah, I was looking at that the other day.
This is my quarantini.
Yeah, hey.
I don't think I've been able to put that much time into a painting. I mean, my entire life, because I mean, in that short amount of time because of quarantine, you know, I didn't really have anything else to do.
Yeah. Some parts of it were a blessing.
Yeah, I mean, I can't personally. I mean, I shouldn't complain at all in any sort of way. I was broke as shit for a minute there. I was like, damn, like, because I just moved out here into Ohio from Michigan. Yeah. I was still making my way back up. I was doing good at retro. It was awesome. And then all of a sudden, bam, can't work. Just moved into a new house.
Oh my god.
I mean, so I painted. I was super happy. I was super stoked just sitting home all day being able to work on my art. But I was like, damn, man. I was like, I got to start fucking working. I don't know what I'm going to do.
Get it in.
Well, we were lucky. We got, when did you guys open back up?
We opened up straight on the 29th. And we've been just.
Of what?
Yeah, of June.
Of June?
Yeah. Just killing it ever since. They just shut us down
back
again.
10 times as hard. I don't even like talk about it with people because that's why I can't complain, because the tattooing industry came back like, I don't know. I think everyone had that unemployment money, dude. They were all fucking sick balling off that.
Oh yeah, balling. Yeah, it's crazy. Same here.
Like, not even just balling. Like, I mean, these people getting like $1,000 a week.
Yeah, yeah, they super balling.
Right.
They really are though, man.
Go them though. I mean, I want to do some tattoos, so it helped facilitate that, and it also allowed me to survive. So I'm grateful for it.
That's what I said. I said, give them some more money. Shit, give them. Because I know where they're coming with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like if the government's handing out money, I mean, shit, government's pissed me off my entire life. You're gonna give me some money, I'm gonna take it.
Right.
And they're the ones
I got unemployment last moment. Like, the entire time I didn't get it until after I started working. The back pay came through, but like when I really needed it, I didn't have shit.
How hard was it in your state to get it?
I don't know. It took a long time for me to go through, and I didn't know if it was going to work or not for the longest time. I mean, I know, like, I was I qualified for it, and I just didn't. It just seemed unreal. I was like, this is insane. I can't imagine getting that kind of money.
Yeah, free money
from the government like that.
Yeah.
Free money.
Yeah, it's
but
like
I think it was like, it wasn't even until August until I got paid.
Some states they just weren't doing it. They just were not doing it.
Yeah.
You know, unless you just fought tooth and nail, which is our state's one of them. Very hard to get it out of them.
Damn.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how the fuck they did it. These states worked that out. That's a lot of money, but that definitely sucked for the states that didn't. I know a lot of people survived off that. Luckily, I didn't have to survive off it. It did end up becoming extra for me. Grateful for that, but
yeah, no shit. Yeah, me
a lot of
too.
people needed that shit just to keep their business open or to keep, just food in their kids' mouths.
Plus, like you said, dude, the government shut us down, dude. I didn't voluntarily want to shut down. They shut me down for 60 days, and dude, I had probably $40,000 worth of bills easy in them few little days.
Yeah,
you
dude.
know? So they had to compensate us somehow. Yeah. Or you'd think, holy shit, it was crazy.
Yeah, no, exactly. It's their fault. They better fucking. But I mean, I guess they pulled through in that aspect. I mean, for the states that did. So I mean, you gotta give it to them for that. I mean, for who got it. I know some people didn't, but
yeah, no shit. Half of my guys that work with me did, and half of them didn't.
Oh my gosh! So even in the same space, it wasn't. Even in the same area, it wasn't just.
Yeah, I got like 16 people that tattoo with me. Out of the 16 people, only 6 people actually went and pushed through it and got the whole procedure done.
Oh my gosh.
I told them though. But I got, you can't make everybody do it. You can only lead them to water.
Yeah, I know, and yeah, it was definitely like I was like, if they're gonna give me free money, I'm definitely gonna take it. But there's, it's. I don't know. It just seemed unreal. For me, when it comes to government giving you money, there's no some people are like, mad because some people took the money. I'm like, fuck it, I don't give a fuck. They're gonna give me money like that, just like you said, they shut things down.
Yeah, we didn't do that shit. I was more than happy to work and run my business and do all that, but they made me get all behind on my rent, do all that dumb shit, make me pay insurances and all that for all those. Man, it was crazy.
I don't think anybody can get mad at you for taking the money, seeing as how if you pay taxes, it's your money. So
exactly, I'm gonna let them be mad if they do.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. They like I said, they actually just shut us down again starting Sunday. In a couple days, we're down to 6 people in our shop.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah. Luckily for me, I just opened up another one, but I bought a building down the street, and so I got another facility right down the street. So I got 2 shops. I can run and not have no problems out of it. But that's gonna hurt a lot of people.
Holy shit.
Well, it's not, because most shops around here are only 3-man shops at most anyway, so it's not gonna really hurt them too bad.
That's good.
But man, you can't. I don't really like to have nobody in my shop anyway. If they come in, I don't let them bring people with them and stuff like that right now.
Yeah, I'm the same way right now. No friends or anything.
Yeah,
I normally don't get people that no one ever brings their friends.
I'll be your friend.
And when I'm tattooing, I think it's because most people know they're going to be sitting down for like 6 to 8 hours every time. And friends, I mean, if I was a friend, like, fuck that. Like, that's like watching paint dry on the wall. It's fun for like the first 3 hours, and then it's like, I don't know. Most of my clients travel, so it's like, where are they going to go? We'll walk around the industrial district of Columbus for a little bit.
Yeah, no shit. It's true.
Oh, it's so funny. The warehouse, like, I love Red Tree so much. It's just like, you've been there, so it's just like that fucking big giant magical fucking Willy Wonka warehouse and tattoo shit. And then you got like, you walk outside though, and it's just like industrial area. Like, when you're driving there, you'd have no idea. You're like, where is this taking me?
Yeah, it is.
But then you walk in, then you see Red Tree, and you're like, huh. That's like, this place definitely stands out. And you walk inside, and you're like, people do not expect it when they travel out to me. When they're driving in the area, they're always like suspicious, and then they're like, wow, I did not expect this place.
Yeah, it doesn't. It really doesn't fit. But as soon as you get real close to it, it starts fitting.
It's cool though. You should see it, Rob. Have you seen the murals that we got going on the side?
Man, I can't wait. I've seen them just on.
They're done now.
They look amazing.
All done.
Yeah, I can't wait to see those, dude. Those are amazing.
It's cool though, because it really brightens the area up, because it's that industrial district and all that. It's just like, it's cool. I feel like it's really helping Columbus and like be a little bit brighter area. And it's definitely, there's nothing like that in that area. So to just have these giant, like, I mean, just absolutely beautiful murals. Like, it's so rare to find ones that are that good anywhere in any city.
Well, those fuckers are good. Woo, those are fire good. When I seen the first one go up, I was like, man, that's impressive. Then the second and third one, I'm like, holy shit. Super hot fire.
Yeah, now we got 4. I think we have 4 of them now.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, Miss Birdie did the last one. I'm not sure if you're familiar with her stuff, but that was
no, I don't know her, but I've seen it. I've seen the Miss Birdie one that Derb was posting a lot of. Fucking fire. She tattooed as well?
I think she might have in the past or something. She said she owned a shop at one point or something about one. But no, it's just a tattoo.
There's a few people like that paint instead of tattoo.
Right. But that mural stuff's got me wanting to do some big fucking murals, man. I'm looking for some big ass walls to paint up.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I just bought a
those are
projector.
amazing.
I just got a nice projector so I can project on like a big wall.
Oh,
So
right.
that's one of the
Right.
must be
That's
winter
good.
right now, but
Yeah, next spring.
yeah, next spring I'll be doing some stuff. About to get into this projection mapping though, so I'm gonna start doing some fucking dope ass 3D shit.
Yeah.
Have you ever
dude.
seen projection mapping?
No, dude. I've been seeing what you're doing though, and I like it. It's dope.
Oh man, just wait till you see some projection mapping. Like type it in on YouTube sometime. Or here, no, I got this thing pointed at my TV. I'll just play some shit.
Okay.
I want you to imagine something like what I got playing right now and what I'm about to show you.
All right.
All right, check this out.
Oh.
This is a real video projection inside of this dome.
Wow. Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's kick ass.
So what it does is it 3D scans the area and like 3D maps out like whatever space that it's in, and it projects it based on like the topographical like surface of the area or whatever. So like it knows what it's projecting on, and it can use that as a way to like control a 3D experience.
Oh, that's dope, man.
That's pretty cool.
That is crazy.
Wow.
City's applying for a grant that would partially fund a beautification project along 2nd Street.
But yeah, Android Jones is someone who uses that quite a bit.
Oh,
It's
nice.
something that's always good to use as reference. But it's a little bit over my head right now. But I figure get the equipment and then learn it all. It's a matter of like learning the programs.
Yeah.
All this computer stuff and this whole studio I've been setting up has just been a whole learning process with all this
Adventure.
technology. Now I'm trying to integrate it all into some cool art forms.
What's up, dude?
To limit the amount of blue light rises. Since remote e-learning demands more time for factors suggest by Working for your home team, I'm Alexis Carpello. 13 Winnebago County businesses joined the growing list of venues issued closure orders by the health department. 21 closures. The colder weather on the way, those businesses have ways to survive and steady and
Any of you guys being confronted with winter yet?
Yes.
Still pretty nice here.
Lucky
I'm in
day.
Pennsylvania.
How's it in Pennsylvania?
It's nice right now.
Yeah. Yeah, we just had snow all of a sudden this morning. It was like super nice yesterday, and then all of a sudden this morning we get up and it's just snowing, and it just kept snowing all day. We had to shovel probably 6 inches this afternoon.
It snowed up here in Wisconsin, but more up north than we're.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't usually here until after Halloween, so I was pretty surprised. I know a lot of people that are like super into snowboarding and stuff, so they'll be happy, but I don't. So I'm like, I could have dealt with a couple more weeks of none of this.
Oh, Wisconsin people are all about the winter. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like they're, God, it's snowing. I'm ready for it. Let's do this.
Yeah, exactly.
I weigh 100 pounds. I'm too cold for this.
Oh. Yeah, I don't go snowboarding, so I'm just like super chilly, and like I've lived here for a long time, but I still am not used to being so chilly. I do like snowshoeing though. That's pretty fun.
Where are you located?
I'm in Canada, so I'm in a interior BC.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a really small rural town called Grand Forks. It's got about 4,000 people.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah.
I learned how to paint up in Canada.
Oh, really? Whereabouts?
In Ottawa with Kit.
Awesome. My dad's from there.
Yeah, I spent about a month up there with her and her husband, and it was starting to get pretty cold out there. It was in August.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
Yeah,
I could.
Ontario's brutal, actually. It was August over here, you'd be going through like really friggin' hot summer.
Oh,
But,
really?
Ontario is like, my dad, he says when he used to live in Ontario, he would always see the news each night, and it would show like the different provinces, and it'd be like BC, warm, colder, really cold, very cold. And he's like, why do I live out here?
Yeah, that's the sad part is I voluntarily live in Wisconsin, and that's just.
Where are you at in Wisconsin?
I'm in Appleton. You're in Wisconsin too, aren't you, Casey?
Yeah, I'm right down here in Clinton, right by Beloit in Janesville.
Okay, nice. Yeah,
You know, it took me a long time to appreciate Wisconsin, but now I really like it a lot.
I only like the people.
Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes. And the living. It's very cheap to live here.
Yeah. What shop do you work at, Casey? I have my own little small studio with just Haley and I.
I think I've been in there before, haven't I?
No, I've only been open now for like 2 years now and some change, but I would love it if you came up there and hung out.
Yeah, man, I think I will. I stopped through when we were handing out all those posters for the Rock River Tattoo Art Expo. I must have missed you. Or you might, yeah, you were open by then, I think.
Williams Bay. Yeah, it's kind of hard to figure out where we're at. I'm like tucked away in this building that used to be a church that they renovated. It's kind of funny. You know, they went from Palace of God to let's poke people with needles. That used to be in.
Nice. Yeah,
Love
I'll
it.
definitely make it out that way. Yeah, kick ass, dude.
Yeah, and I
Yeah,
know. I've been
congratulations,
meaning
dude.
to come down by you and paint and chill and everything.
Oh yeah, yeah. We're gonna start having some good paint jams.
One of these paint nights, I'll just come over there and we'll just do it over there too. You know,
Oh, for sure, bro.
hang out on here.
Yeah, good times for sure. Hey, Chris, is Chris still
Yeah.
on?
Yeah.
Hey, Mike, is Mike Cole out there by you?
No, he's in California, isn't he?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's in Cali.
Okay. I want to get my hand tattooed by him so bad, dude. It ain't funny.
Yeah, check him out. I'm where in California.
I hit him up. He said he's ready. He's down.
Awesome.
But I kind of wanted him and Guy to collab on it. But I just so want that fucking dude to tattoo me. That them things he does with them colors, dude. I'm into him so bad. It ain't funny, man. I gotta have one.
Yeah.
You gotta have one.
Who is that, Rob?
Mike Cole.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Oh, man. It's just amazing, man. They just the vibe that shit throws off.
Yeah, man, I love Mike's work.
Man, nice vibe. Love it.
What would you want to get on your hand, do you think?
Oh, one of those like stop sign things with all those little stop sign things as bright and bold as he wants to do it. I'd let him do whatever he wants to do.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah, just tell him do your thing. Shit, he could do one of them lanterns on me. I'll be all right. I'm gonna let him pick.
Well, I finished my little mini guy for the night.
Uh-oh, there you go. Let's see.
It's a nice arrangement of 2 oranges and a banana.
That's that
Kinda
big
looks like
hitter right
Kind of
there.
looks like a dick.
Yeah, well, you know, if that's what you see, you know, it's up to your interpretation. You know.
It's a beautiful dick, though.
That's
I like it.
You like
Nice
it?
drop shadow, man.
Good job.
Kick ass.
It's a wall banger for sure, guys.
I wish I had my paint stuff with me. I would totally be painting right now. I got it all at Red Tree.
Yeah.
But I figured I'll just flood you guys with some cool visuals.
Yeah,
I'm
really.
just playing around.
Crazy.
Well, you guys all have a fantastic night. It was fun painting with you guys.
Yeah, you too, man. We'll see you, brother.
Oh, later,
Later.
Casey.
Later, guys.
Later, man.
Have a good night.
Peace, homie.
Later.
Does someone have like a water fountain in their room?
Fish tank.
Fish tank?
Yeah.
Nice.
I remember you had. I just remembered that you had some pretty cool pets, Chris.
3 dogs and just some fish
Yeah.
and a cat.
Yeah, saltwater fish or freshies?
Fresh. Just some goldfish.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hey, I love goldfish.
Man, I want a cat so bad.
Definitely get a cat. I
Oh.
love cats.
They're the best.
I got myself a cat during quarantine. He's not even a year old yet, but man, do I love this cat.
Aw.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, our neighbors have kittens right now. And it's just like, oh.
Do it. Do it. Do it.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you, my enablers. My boyfriend will come in and I'm like, You know, all the people at the paint jam were like totally into the cat idea. So
Yeah.
looks like it's
Perfect rationalization. Perfect excuse.
yes.
So Rob, do any of these visuals look familiar? Can you see the screen?
I don't see it. Touch your screen.
Gotta touch it.
Hold on, let me see. I don't see you. Oh, there you go. Yeah. Oh, yeah, those are nice. Yeah, those are,
You bet.
yeah,
You
those are
been
real
there.
pleasant.
Yeah, you been there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, woo.
I think we all might have been there. I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah.
life-changing
It looks
experience or experiences. Yeah, those are dope, man.
Man, I took some mushrooms for the first time in a while, like a couple weeks ago, and that was such a fucking amazing experience. And I threw the VR headset on there. I just did it by myself in my house. I spent like the first 2 hours, like literally just like closed eye meditating into it, and then like, and then I got bored with it. I was like, I kind of want to do something fun. I have all this technology here. I'm like, I'm definitely gonna throw my fucking VR headset on mushroom stripping balls.
There you go.
I can't even tell you how fucking crazy that was. It was cool.
Surreal.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Surreal, huh?
Thought it'd be cool to like go to see Avatar or something cool in like 3D while you're on mushrooms.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that stuff's awesome. Now just throw the VR headset on and then do Avatar. You can do, I think there's some movies that have like full 3D experience, like VR things like that. And it's just like, I don't know if you've ever put a VR headset on, but when you're in there, like it's real. Like I'm totally, if my feet weren't on the ground, sometimes I don't know what's up and down at all.
Whoa.
And that's what's crazy. You can get really sick on it too.
Yeah, you gotta get your VR legs.
Yeah, right. No, I'll take it off just so I can orient myself.
Not every, but for some, during the evening hour on Saturday. Or could see a couple of snow showers. Stay up to our north. High pressure up to the northwest of us.
What about the, do you know anything about the PSVR at all?
The PlayStation one?
Yeah.
I don't know much about it. Personally, I mean, why do you play PlayStation?
My kids do.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if you have a computer, I mean, like a HT Vive or HTC Vive or like an Oculus would be best. But if you have a PlayStation and you don't have those things, I mean, a PlayStation VR is going to be really good too. But there is going to be more capability with the ones that are connected to like a PC.
Yeah, yeah.
Just because you can upgrade the hardware and all that crap, really. But I think there's some games that are on it and some games that aren't. I know the PSVR's got a few things that I can't play on PlayStation because it's only on PlayStation. Like there's a Doom VR, and that shit's dope, but it's only on PlayStation. I don't know if do you play video games at all?
Not too much anymore.
Do you remember Doom back in the day?
Yeah.
So they remade Doom, and it's the most bio-organic game I've ever played in my entire life, and it's like the most badass thing ever.
Cool.
So like, I mean, just endless bio-organic references throughout that game. While like everything they got the feel of that game out so well, because every time you like do anything or you like kill something, it'll be like super heavy distortion, like heavy metal. So like you'll get like a 1-up and it'll just be like so like the whole time you're playing, it's just got this super heavy metal, like you're just blasting demons in this super cybernetic hellscape that's like extremely bioorganic.
Whoa. That sounds pretty cool.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, just watching videos on it's probably pretty cool if you don't ever want to play it.
Do any of you guys like watching like cartoons that are like adult themed, not like Disney, stuff, but
Oh,
like
yeah.
Rick and Morty or whatnot.
Oh yeah, all day. I mean, I'm a
Yeah.
huge, I'm a big nerd. I'm a nerd all day.
Have you guys heard of there's a Canadian one, it's called Gary and His Demons?
No.
I cannot recommend that shit enough.
Yeah.
It is so fucking funny. Oh my
Nice.
It's
Nice.
hilarious. And if
Gary
you look
and His
at Rick and
Demons?
Morty, it's like
Is it like Netflix?
it's on CBC Gem, so you can see it for free. You can look up, it might just come up if you say CBC Gary and His Demons, and then it should probably take you to where you need to go. But it's great because they actually do the voices like ahead of time, I'm pretty sure, so that they can do banter and improv, so that when the things going on, when the cartoon's already happening, it's like they're talking much more naturally than a lot of scripted cartoons.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I can feel that.
It's very enjoyable.
Have you seen the Midnight Gospel?
Yes.
That's like, I love that. Duncan Trussell is one of my favorites.
The best. I love that show.
Do you listen to his podcast at all?
I've only listened to a couple of them because I haven't gotten myself like totally into podcasts. I get all distracted and forget about them, but I have enjoyed the ones that I listened to, and that Midnight Gospel is just like what a pleasure to watch.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Did you see the last episode with his mom?
Oh God.
It's like, oh man, I had never seen anything like that. That was wild.
Yeah, it's like beautiful and sad and hilarious.
To talk to your mom like that, like months before, or like a month before, weeks before she was gonna die, and she's just that calm and collected and cool.
Yeah, like unreal. What a special. Yeah, my partner and I, we were just like sitting there silent, and then it was over, and we were like, "What the fuck? That was so awesome."
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. What a special thing to have like recorded and then made this beautiful animation. I love the animation. Just so like psychedelic. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, I'm getting paint everywhere. I'm still definitely not used to painting with oils and the fact that the paint gets literally everywhere.
Gives me comfort and peace of mind. Thank you for all the things you do for Sincerely, the Anderson family.
Is everybody else in oils tonight, or people doing something else?
I got acrylics.
I am almost always in oils. I'm not painting tonight, but normally oils.
Yeah.
I'm working with oils tonight. It's not a normal thing for me, so I'm going super slow and just top to bottom because I'm not on my easel tonight.
What are you using for a medium? Anything?
I'm actually trying out Liquin for the first time.
I love Liquin. I love it. I definitely I'm a big fan of Galkid for sure, and I got a whole system of like using Galcoid Light and Galcoid Medium and all that, but I really enjoy Liquid for it's just so easy, so simple, and then you get such quick dry times.
Tried that yet?
Have you guys ever tried Melgilp or Melgilp?
What?
Have you ever tried Neo Melgilp? Melgilp? Like that?
No. Like for a medium?
Yeah.
No.
I took David Sheephetz's workshop, and that's what he uses, and it works amazing. You can stack paint right on top of paint.
That
without,
quick?
Say what?
Like without it drying, or it dries really quick?
It doesn't dry quick. It'll dry the next day, but it's wet on wet. But you can stack it on top, and it doesn't move the paint around at all. So even if it's wet, you can still stack it directly on top and just keep blending that way.
Oh dang! Well, that sounds really nice. That sounds like, is the texture like a little bit different or something?
Yeah, and you can see the brush strokes and everything.
What was it called? Like, how do you spell that?
Neo, Neo, and then the next word is Megil. It's Megilp. It's a terrible name.
Yeah, that's what I thought you were saying, but I was like, could that be the word they say? It is.
You're nice. I think I've heard of someone mentioning that before, but that's good to know. I'm definitely going to be getting some of that.
Yeah.
Where do you get it from? Where do you get it from? Just like Blick or something? Michaels?
Yeah, Michaels has it too.
Okay.
Well, drawing group, I think I'm gonna call it a night with this little banger right here.
Look at that little guy. Nice.
Little banger we just did. I'm gonna call it a night. I might run to the shop real quick and close it up.
Nice.
And then come on back home and crash out. But I appreciate painting with you guys.
Yeah,
and
thanks
girl.
for joining us,
Oh,
Rob.
yeah, Rob.
buddy.
It was nice. It was awesome hanging
Absolutely,
out.
man. You guys
Take
have a
care,
good night.
Rob.
We'll see y'all soon, man. And
Take it easy,
too.
brother.
Good, man.
Well,
Have a good
too.
night.
Yep. Thank you guys. Have a good night.
You too, Rob.
So Jordan, you sound. Do you know who Sean Foy is?
Sean Foy. No. I'm not sure. I might know his work. I sometimes can be bad with some names.
He's out in Delaware. He's a color guy. He used to tattoo with a Dimitri Version out in. But man, you sound literally just like him.
Nice. Sean Foy. All right, I'll have to check out his work.
Yeah, he's amazing, amazing.
Who's talking right now? I had the VR headset on.
I'm sorry, my name's Colt.
Colt?
I'm Empire Inks. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Awesome. Well, good to meet you, man.
Yeah, you too.
But yeah, I'll have to check out Sean's stuff.
Yeah, he's really good. He does like full color stuff, a lot of alien UFO shit. Probably like him.
Nice. Awesome. Definitely up my alley.
All right. Sean is S-E-A-N.
S-E-A-N?
Yeah. Everybody's got a name different these days, you know.
Yeah.
15 ways to spell the same name.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a fish tank. I can listen to that all day.
It's like a stream.
This guy right here. I don't know. Can you see my screen?
Yeah. Yep. Is that it? Yeah. Yeah.
Dang. Super gnarly.
Yeah, you sound literally just like him. I'm sure he has videos of him talking, and just listen to him. It's crazy.
I'll have to find him. We're to hang out.
Yeah. That's like Gabe. I think he sounds like Nick Offerman.
Nick Offerman.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
the guy from Parks and Rec.
I love Nick Offerman. He's a man.
Right.
My partner and I were just talking about how we should watch that because we have not seen it before, but we've heard really good things.
Parks and Rec. Oh, Parks and Rec is great for sure. That's like for me. That's like a comfort show. It's like The Office.
Nice.
It's very. If you ever seen The Office, it's very like The Office,
Awesome.
but like Parks and
super
Recreation.
into The Office.
What?
We definitely got super into The Office since the quarantine situation. All of a sudden, you know, you get into some binge shows.
Oh,
and
yeah, right.
One of them.
I'm probably on like my 5th time through. Now it's just to a point to where all my clients just want to put it on. So when we got a TV I got a TV in my room. So whenever we're tattooing, they just always end up putting it on The Office. Everybody, they're like, "Oh, you cool with The Office?" I'm like, "Yeah, definitely am." So is everybody else. But it's because it's a good show. It's a great show. It's like a comfort show too. It's something. It's every episode of it I can watch a million times and still love it.
Yeah, there's just some shows that are like that.
Mm-hmm.
I tried to watch it and I hated it because my all my artists say that I'm like the main character guy. I can't remember his name.
Like Jim.
The
Or
boss.
Michael. Oh, the boss, Michael Scott.
Yeah. Oh, Michael, whatever. And then I watched.
Why you wouldn't want to see that. Then.
Yeah. Then I watched it and I'm like, he's a fucking douchebag. Like,
fuck you guys.
Oh, he's a lovable douchebag. He's a lovable
That
douchebag.
is the thing about that character is like you hate him and then
He's
you're just like, oh, but now
Cringiest, most deluded person, but like at the same time, he like cares about people and people care about him and all that.
Yeah.
Intentions are good, but he's also super selfish.
Yeah, exactly.
Aren't we all?
Yeah. It's funny. Yeah, it's always funny hearing people's like ideas of you. When I was in acting school, one of the exercises we did, we had to go up and tell a 3-minute story, and then at the end of everybody doing that, you were told who you were going to have as your person that you had to retell their story as them. And so I did this same exercise with some people I was teaching acting, and so the person that did me just like made me laugh so much. They just like sat down, they were like, so like, dude. I was like, that's what I sound like.
Watching someone imitate yourself has got to be hilarious.
It was so funny. Some people got really weirded out by other people imitating them, though. Like, if you were taking it too seriously, then, you know, you're just going to get hurt. Your ego, like, womp womp.
Yeah, right? Like, what are you making fun of me?
Yeah, it's like, dude, just chill out. This is hilarious. You can do it to me now, and, you know, it's going to be funny.
Right.
This isn't mean. Yeah, you don't often get to see that, like, sort of reflection.
sometimes you don't want to.
Yeah. Very true.
I work with a guy that's just like, have you seen Sarah or Forgetting Sarah Marshall?
Yes.
The main, I'm terrible with names, but the main character, the big guy,
yeah,
he's just like, and he's constantly like, oh no, I'm like, man, you are literally just like him, just like the corny jokes and like.
So funny. I don't think people have a really hard time seeing themselves in other things, I think, though, like the way they really are. Like when you tell someone that they're like someone, usually they don't actually like see that at all. People have such a hard time with that, I feel like. You might think you're like one thing, but it's like most people think that you're probably like another thing and you don't agree with it.
Exactly.
Right. Or they lean toward the bad part of it, and it's like, no, it's like how funny you are, or it's like your sense of humor, you know. And they're like,
right,
he's ugly. You're not saying you look like him. I'm saying you
right. They're connecting with like a part of it, the things they think bad of that person.
Yeah. I am spending way too much time on this background. This is stupid. And there's no benefit to spending this much time on the background.
That's what paint nights do to you. They just get you into this like chillaxed zone of just playing with little tiny details and stuff.
Right. Just stare into my little square here and then just dab away like that.
Yeah, every time I look up, I'm just like, whoa, what's happening? That's awesome.
I feel like sometimes I have much patience for painting, and I can just like just sit here and just make brush strokes and be perfectly happy. I don't know what it looks like.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, right. That's what it's about, though. It's all about the process and like just being in love with that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I am loving using oils, that is for sure. I like avoided them for so many years, and my mom has been doing them and just really wanted me to try them out because she thought I'd love them, and I was like, oh, I don't know, looks hard. And then now that I'm using them, I'm like, oh, how was I doing anything else? This is
Right. Isn't it nice being able to push it around like that just for so long? How long you been oil painting?
just for since we started the virtual tattoo gatherings, so this
Yeah.
summer. And then
Nice.
it was like, I was like doing all of the, I guess not even since the beginning, because in the beginning I was doing acrylic with the oil painting seminars, and I was like, these are really fun, they're awesome. And Guy was like, you need to get some oil paints. I was like, okay. And then I did, and I was like, oh my God, these are awesome.
Man, what changed the game for me was when I realized that when I switched from, because I did acrylics my entire life, so I was like, I was 10 plus years on acrylics, and then picked up oils, and being able to like put the paint down, but then take another like dry brush and blend that stroke out was just like amazing to me. Like I just, never did that before with acrylic. Everything was just dry pretty quick, just layer on top of layer super fast.
Yep. The blending opportunities are just like, oh, so dreamy.
Yeah, and then right, like the layering. Right now, I'm at the last layers of one of my paintings, but I've just been glazing and glazing and glazing. So I just got these super deep, rich layers, and I think you can achieve it with acrylics in certain ways with good glazes and stuff. But I don't know. There's something about that, just like oil paint, just caked on top of each other, and seeing the way the light hits inside of it, and just like the little reflections and stuff. I just feel like oil is different. It just has a different feel overall. And then knowing it has to cure and waiting the time for it to dry, and knowing you can't just layer and layer and layer. You gotta, get a whole wash layer over everything, or a whole glazing layer over it, and then I gotta stop.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. Yeah, it's like it has this level of patience as well, and it's like, yeah, just
It's a lot like a tattoo, I feel like, to be honest.
yeah, I feel like doing this is going to be helpful for when I start getting to tattoo again.
It's like that dry time to me is like the heal time.
Yeah.
So like when I'm doing especially like bio tattoos, I feel like I do them just like I paint. Like I oil paint, because I just got to let it dry, and once I get to those last layers, I'm just thin, translucent layers.
That's awesome. How long have you been doing it then?
I've only been oil painting for like 2 or 3 years now.
Nice.
But I fell in love with it instantly as soon as I did. But I've been painting for definitely 10 plus years.
Nice.
I'm 28 right now, so I'm still a little kind of young. I don't know. I used to feel young. Now I'm 28, so I don't know what that's considered anymore. Almost 30 is not young anymore.
Yeah, it goes fast.
That's pretty young.
Yeah, yeah. My partner's 28. I'm 35. So it's
Everybody I hang out with is has always been 5 plus years older than me. So it's always felt older than I am.
Yeah.
But it's weird because I was always like the youngest tattooer. I mean, I started tattooing when I was like 17. So I was always it was always that. So it always I was always felt young. And now that I'm getting older, I'm looking at everyone that's young. I'm like, I guess I'm not young anymore.
Yeah, that's when you realize like you're not that young anymore, is when you like hang out with a teenager and you're like, oh my God. Yep, never mind.
It's crazy how old we think we are when we're younger, and then you get older. And now I look at I look at 18 to like 23-year-olds, and I'm just like, man, even at 23, I thought I was old, and I look at 23-year-olds, or I look at my old self now, and
yeah,
just like, man, I didn't know a thing. Especially with tattooing, I thought I knew so much when I was younger, and then now I'm in a world of tattooing that like I could have never thought was even like imaginable back when I first started.
Yeah.
Tattooing, art, and everything.
When I was at the beach a little while ago, and there was like a 16-year-old and a 14-year-old girl, and they were hanging out, and they were looking at my earrings, and they said, "Are those all the way through?" I would never stretch my ears all the way through. And I just like laughed so hard. I was like, oh my dear, the things that you think you will never do that you will end up doing. You're going to surprise yourself, friend. Oh my gosh, Space
No
Kitty.
kidding. Hypno Kitty.
Yeah.
Especially the apprentices, like they don't think they'll go through certain like stages, like little rock star stages, or they think they'll do lettering for their whole career or something. And it's like, no, you're enjoying it and you're impressed by it, but then you'll move past it, and then you'll go through all these styles. No, I won't. No, I'm doing whole career. Okay, buddy.
Right.
Okay. Sure. Yeah, I learned a long time ago that I just never know. And it's very helpful to remember that.
Yeah, I've been so all over the place throughout like my tattoo career in the past 5 years. I really settled down on like what I liked out of tattooing, what I liked out of art. But when I was younger, I was going all over the place. And I thought I wanted to do traditional for a while. Then I thought I wanted to do like realism, then sacred geometry, and then bio, and then all these different things. And then I kind of dwindled it down to what I really liked the most.
Awesome.
I think what happened was I started being able to tattoo what I could paint, because there was a long period of time to where like tattooing was so much different than my painting and the way I was drawing and things. Like I just didn't work in a way that I thought tattooing it was applicable. You know what I mean? It just seemed so different. And then I don't know, honestly, it was like really like seeing guys work and things and realizing the potential of tattooing and like being able to see outside the box and do things in a more painterly style. Like that just opened up that world, whole new world.
Oh, I see. That can happen.
You're right. I don't have to outline everything right away.
Yeah.
It's interesting how we spend like the first half of our career trying to like get real technical and everything like that, and the second half of the career trying to get rid of the technical side of it.
No, right. I think about that every day. Like I'm always trying to, some ways, simplify what I'm doing. You know, simple is always best.
Yeah, that's the hardest thing I find. Simplifying. I used to
But like finding your way of doing things, but then finding the most efficient way to do it.
Totally.
Can I get you guys' Instagram?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mine's at Sandy McCandy.
What is it?
Sandy McCandy. SANDY MCANDY.
Okay. And Jordan?
Mine's Jordan Rookus Tattoo.
Rookus?
Yeah, follow me. I'm on here right now. I'll follow you right back. Check out your stuff.
Sure. How do you spell your last name?
ROOKUS.
Okay.
Where are you from, man? Wisconsin? Is that what I heard?
Yeah, Wisconsin.
Nice.
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin. Yeah, we Columbus over here.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, I'm on my with the Zoom, so I'll follow you.
Oh yeah.
I'm not very tech savvy. I don't have to do the two things at once.
Yeah, I don't know how to exit out of this thing on my phone. Luckily I got the computer right next to me.
All right, I think I'm gonna call it a night. It's been fun painting with you guys.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Hope to do it again soon.
Awesome.
Oh yeah, awesome hanging out.
Yeah, there
Definitely.
is another one on next Friday as well.
Okay, perfect. I'll see you guys then.
Awesome.
Take care, man.
All right, you too.
Later, man.
Later.
Have a good night.
You as well.
What time is that paint jam, Sandy?
I think that one's actually starting at like 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Because somebody, I think it's Jesse, is like usually does something like this at 3 in the afternoon. So it's a little earlier than our usual ones.
Yeah. What happened to Vaughn?
Yeah, you know what? He was in the comments. So I did expect him to come into the Zoom at some point. Devon, if you're still in the comments, feel free to either come into the Zoom or let us know that you're there.
Yeah, I think it's about that time for me, guys. I think I'm gonna head out of here.
Yeah, I'm getting pretty
Yeah,
close
it's
to finished
sounds
up.
like a plan, I think.
I gotta wake up early. But this was fun. It was awesome hanging out with you guys. Definitely.
You too, man.
Yeah, hopefully see you next Friday. Oh, and I'll see you on Thursday.
Yep. So we'll be doing the live thing Thursday. Derb will be on here.
That's gonna be sweet.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It was really awesome having Guy on the other day. That was an unexpected surprise.
Yeah, that was awesome. Very
So
cool.
sweet.
To, like, be able to talk to the person getting tattooed right there and everything.
Yeah, right. No kidding. And such an awesome piece too.
Yeah. That was sweet.
Well, sweet. Well, yeah, I'll be on here next Friday too. So I'll see you Thursday and Friday.
Sweet. See you then.
Awesome.
Take
Bye,
it
guys.
easy, man.
Peace, Chris.
See you
Bye,
later.
Sandy.
Take care, man.
You too.
Melissa, how are you doing for time as well?
I'm probably the earliest one here. It's
Oh,
only
okay.
9:27. I mean, I'm West Coast.
Oh yeah, me too. I'm at 9:27 as well.
Sorry about the dog in the background. That's my girl.
That's okay.
She talks a lot.
Some of them are so vocal. Have you seen that woman that has what is it called? I think her dog's name is Stella, and she like has taught it how to use those buttons that can help. It's pretty cool. She like presses buttons and they say words, and so she learns what the words are so that she can kind of communicate what she wants.
That's awesome. My dog will literally start talking to me in full response. Like, it's ridiculous.
She's like, you know what I'm saying, right?
Right?
You're
She'll
like,
go on and on and on. It's freaking hilarious.
that's awesome. Man, you should get her some of those buttons. Maybe she'd just like talk your ear off. She'd be
She's
like,
smart enough. She might be able to.
really, like she's actually like really, really smart, and she's just like Melissa, it's been so long. I've been wanting
Right.
to tell you all of this stuff. You're like, oh my goodness.
Like, I don't know about this.
Yeah, this went real fast all of a sudden. I don't know if I can handle it. I definitely felt like I had a pretty like psychic connection with my cat. She passed away, but I remember feeling like sometimes you just be saying something to her in your mind, and then she would just like react to it, and you're like, oh,
Right.
I know. Chris, do you find that with any of your animals?
What's that?
Do you find that you like have any sort of like super psychic communications with any of your animals?
No, not really. Not that I can think of.
Yeah, not all of them stuff doing it. Definitely had cats that had zero of that. Not fully there. John Clue had this video up just the other day that his cat learns how to friggin' sit on the toilet and use it. He just doesn't know how to flush it. That's it. I was like, oh man, that thing's gonna figure that out soon. And you're gonna have a cat that just knows how to use the toilet. Pretty amazing.
That's
Kind of like Meet the Fockers.
Yeah. And this kid, you didn't have to show it to him at all. It just knew. Like, what is that? Past life? I don't know. All right. Well, I've just finished up my two little guys. Feeling like might be a good time to wrap it up, but I can also keep it going for a while for you guys, and just come back and check on you in a little while if you'd like to keep going.
I am nowhere near
That's
done with this
kind
thing.
of getting late for me.
All right.
I guess I'm gonna sign off.
All right, cool. Can I see you guys' stuff up close?
Yeah.
Oh, sick. That looks so cool. Those look great. Awesome. Man, did you guys both paint that like within the time that we've been here?
Yeah, it's just Payne's gray, mostly on a gray canvas, though. So,
Oh yeah.
you know what I mean.
Actually.
I'm being a slow poke here, but
Yeah, that's fun though, little doodliness. All right. Well, then I will sign us off, and I didn't see anybody else put any comments in the thing, so seems like an okay time for
I'll
that.
see you guys Monday.
Awesome. Sweet.
Have a great night.
Night,
You
everybody.
too.